I'll tell you later.
All right.
Their players were cut from a different cloth. Renegades with faces only a mother could love. The Raiders cultivated, then reveled in their ominous image.
The king and his men stole the queen from her bed, bound her in her bones. The seas be ours, and by the power where we will roam.
'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down. Bound her in her bones. The seas be ours and by the power where we will roam. 'Cause I can't touch down.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate y'all showing up. Salute to the mods. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody here on the panel. Appreciate y'all showing up on this Wednesday, man. Pretty much the night before the game, man. Pretty much our pregame because it's gonna be too early to be having a pregame show. I mean, shit. I mean, think about it. It's gonna be like 3 o'clock if we do one. But long story short, we'll see how it'll go. If I can, me and somebody else may be able to. But outside of it, got a lot to talk about tonight. Basically, we're going to start off the show. Were you able to figure it out, Eric? You able to figure out how to get it up there?
Yeah, all I have to do is go to share my screen. I can do it that way.
All right, no problem. So basically, we're going to basically start out the show with one of my buddy Raider Alex's clips that AJ brought up to me this morning about talking about Tyree Wilson, and like I've been saying about Tyree Wilson for a while, basically indicating that he isn't a bust. So long story short, man, we're going to watch Raider Alex's video for the first about 5-10 minutes, basically him pointing out the video. If you guys haven't watched it already, you'll be able to. If you have watched it, sorry, but we're going to most definitely watch it again because it speaks on a lot of things that I've been speaking on the whole entire time about his length, his height, how he can get behind, pushing on a guy and reach behind lines and get a hold of people. Just a lot of things I've spoke on him about a million times. And then how he's identified people downfield, take off after him, run him down, tackle him, shit like that. So like I said, I've always said, I don't know what it is, dude, but sometimes shit just happens for a reason. We were literally just having this conversation about him, and then here comes the video. So from here, we're going to play this video for about 8 minutes, man. And then after that, we'll get into the show. So ready? If you want, bring up the deal, and let's go.
Offensive performances in Raiders history and quite possibly in the history of the NFL. Just the game was very ugly to watch, and at the end they ultimately.
Hey, can you pause it real quick, man?
After watching some film, there is at least some bright spots from this game, and that's on the defensive side of the football. And for today's video, I wanted to focus on our first round pick, Tyree Wilson.
Hey,
Tyree Wilson struggled early in the season, and a lot of fans.
Okay, what's up?
All right, so basically, I just want to say before we get started, man, I appreciate Raider Alex letting me use his video, man. If you don't know who he is, go give him a follow on YouTube or on Instagram. Outside of that, really do appreciate it, man. Is there a way you can blow that screen up a little more so we can see the screen more?
1 second. Let me see. Is that better?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Okay. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Fans were quick to label him as a bust and just write him off as a player completely. But after watching him in this game, I think there's a lot of hope for Tyree Wilson moving forward. Tyree Wilson by far played his best game of the season last week against the Vikings. And there was something I noticed that I think could really change everything for the development and for the trajectory of Tyree Wilson moving forward. But without further ado, let's jump right into the film. Now, right here, we can see Tyree Wilson is lined up in the interior as a defensive tackle. He's got his hand in the dirt, and before, when he did this early in the season, he had such a slow get-off. But here we can see he's improving in that aspect drastically, and here he uses his strength while also being able to use his hands effectively, and he just overpowers the offensive lineman and is able to create some serious push in the pocket. Robert Spillane helps out on the blitz, and eventually Tyree Wilson finishes the play to get his second career sack in the NFL. Just very exciting to see plays like this from our rookie first rounder. Now, right here, Tyree Wilson is lined up as a nose tackle, and here he is going to be able to create some serious push in the interior once again. Tyree Wilson is able to just use his strength to push the center back at least 5 yards. Just look at that strength. Now, he wasn't able to disengage.
Look at that. Runs him down, bro.
Tyree Wilson creating this push. This forced Josh Dobbs to move outside to his left where we didn't have anybody containing the edge.
He don't even get there, and he still takes off right after him.
But it allows Dobbs to get some yards on the scramble. But Tyree Wilson did an excellent job right here in the interior once again. Once again, the Raiders' defensive line was able to create pressure. And here, Tyree Wilson, once again, is just too powerful for the guard to handle. He's able to push him back and
he just
disengage
guards,
the hands,
bro.
not allowing the guard to get a hold of his pads. And ultimately, Crosby's the one who gets the sack, but Tyree Wilson was right there, and he very likely would have brought him down if Crosby didn't get there first. So just great stuff from both of them right here, and really that's what we want to see moving forward. Both Max Crosby and Tyree Wilson creating havoc in the backfield. Here, Tyree Wilson is able to create some good push, and what I like here on this rep is that Tyree Wilson sees that he's not going to be able to get to the quarterback in time. He's getting the ball off quickly, so he did the next best thing, and that's get hands up to try to swap down the pass.
Bat that shit down.
Close to getting a hand on it as well, but I just like the awareness from him right here. And eventually, if he keeps up that habit, it'll definitely pay off for him, especially with those long arms of his. Tyree Wilson is also able to get involved in the run game right here. He's able to fight through the block, get free of his man, and he has the awareness to locate the ball carrier and fight to make the tackle. Just good rep right here.
Salute, Ben. Appreciate you, bro.
Now, right here, this is a losing rep from Tyree Wilson. This is where he needs to improve on to just take that next level. He's going against a bigger blocker, the left tackle, so he can't really rely solely on the strength, but here he gets wiped out because of the technique from the left tackle. He's able to get his hands on his shoulder plate, and from there he just has full control over Tyree Wilson. Now, this isn't an easy thing to develop. It takes time, but if he can continue to win the hand battles and develop more technique in this respect, he can be a real game changer because we know he has elite strength.
When you get a lead from a campaign, Zapier automatically adds it to your CRM.
Now, Tyree Wilson is going to go against number 71 once again. I love this work right here. We see from Tyree Wilson on the inside, and this time he does a much better job on the left tackle. This time he's able to disengage his left hand, shows off his strength, and he is right in the thick of things. But it looks like Max Crosby over pursues on the edge, though he can't bring him down for the sack. I just love the overall effort and athleticism from Tyree Wilson pursuing the quarterback to the very end of the play. And once again, just another example of Tyree Wilson creating some serious push and pressure at that defensive tackle position. Man, this time we see Tyree Wilson on the edge. He has his hand in the dirt once again, which is interesting. He seems to be a lot more confident doing this than what we saw early in the season. But here he uses the bull rush technique to push his man back. He uses his arm length for leverage, and he forces the quarterback to definitely feel the pressure. After that, he's forced to run outside and just throw this for an incomplete pass. Good stuff.
Dude, and that's on
the edge again, and here he completely blows this play up. Just look at how dominant he is on this rep, using the bull rush technique once again, but he's just going to overpower his man completely, and before you know it, he is right in the lap of the quarterback, and he's just forced to just throw this out of bounds. Fantastic stuff right here. That's where we see the elite strength. I like this rep here from Tyree against the run, and although Max is the one who makes the tackle, I like what I saw from Tyree Wilson right here. He does a great job swatting the hands of the left tackle, which allows him to blow right past him, and he was in a very good position to make the run stuff. So as you can see, he's getting better when it comes to this stuff with the hand technique, with disengaging with blockers. He's not fully relying on his strength every time.
Yeah.
Now, right here, we can see Tyree Wilson being disruptive in the backfield. Once again, he's able to swat the hands and fight through contact, and he puts pressure on the quarterback, which eventually leads to an incomplete pass. Look, Tyree Wilson was definitely cooking in this game.
Hell yeah.
Now, here's another good rep against the run. This one is in the Kansas City game, but he's just able to fight through the block and shuts down the run. And then right here versus Miami, it's been a couple weeks now since they've been using him more at the defensive tackle position. And he's been making more plays as the weeks have gone by than he was primarily making on the edge early in the season. And here's just another great example of him creating some legitimate push in the pocket and just using that freakish strength to bully his man back right here. But overall, Raider Nation, last game versus the Vikings was the first game where I legitimately saw Tyree Wilson flash off the screen for me. Watching the regular broadcast of this game, I knew he had a solid game, but I didn't even realize he was a lot more disruptive than what I initially anticipated watching the film now. And this is now a couple weeks of him getting more and more snaps at the defensive tackle position. And so far, I feel like he's been thriving on the inside. I want to see Tyree Wilson on the field as much as possible moving forward in the season, with the Raiders now being 5-8. the playoffs being a very big long shot, I want to see this guy develop as much as possible. I would not mind seeing more of Tyree Wilson at the defensive tackle position, having Malcolm Kuntz and Crosby at the edge, and then the other defensive tackle being like Adam Butler. I feel like that unit really gives us the best defensive line set, especially when it comes to passing downs and just in general. Tyree Wilson continues to display his elite strength, but what I've noticed is his get-off isn't so damn slow with his hand in the dirt like it was before, and he's finally starting to make some good use of his hands to swat the hands, to disengage his arms, and if he can continue to learn that, develop his technique, after that, we know he can use his strength and his nastiness inside the trenches to get after the quarterback or after the ball carrier. This change of position for Tyree Wilson may be what he truly needs to kickstart what we hope can be a great career for him in the silver and black. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how we utilize Tyree Wilson moving forward for the rest of the season. Will they continue to give him more snaps in the interior, or do they ultimately envision him being the next defensive end of the future? Or is he going to be versatile in the fact that you can split snaps at him with a defensive tackle and a defensive end? Who knows? It's going to be interesting to see how we use him moving forward. But me personally, for the time being, I think we have to ride this wave and continue to let him get those reps at the D tackle spot this season. And lastly, for those of you who were discouraged, upset that we drafted Tyree Wilson, and for those people that immediately wrote him off as a bust and didn't think he had a chance to develop, I just want to say let's not completely write him off yet, because he definitely has the elite physical traits to be a great player at the next level, and his technique has improved this year. And that's the main thing with me. I want to see continuous improvement, and so far he's been doing that. And if he can continue on this trajectory, I think we could really have something with Tyree Wilson. But so far, this was definitely his breakout game in the NFL. Let's hope he can continue to build on this moving forward. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of Tyree Wilson moving forward? Let me know down below.
So basically, like I was saying, man, when we were sitting here talking about it just here this week, literally on Monday, I've said it over and over that I want to put Tyree in the bust category, that he has too much skill level out there, dude, to identify plays. You sit here and watch on film, dude, with him playing with his hand down in the dirt, fucking playing DT, dude, like he is. I mean, that's the whole thing I keep saying. Like, you got to find out when people make transitions from college to the NFL, there's always going to be different types of transitions. Just because a guy was a DN over there don't mean he'll be one here. A lot of times they end up getting moved around. For me, looking at the way Tyree brings presence inside on the DT position, I mean, fuck, he just powerhouses inside there, dude. You can see his shit starting to show up, dude. And that's all I'm trying to say is like, he is not a bust player. He is going to most definitely start showing up as time goes on. In his interview, like you said, Pigs, dude, where he said like, kind of beaming, dude, because he is, dude. Like he said, he's just throwing everything out the window right now, and he's gonna look to take advantage of the last 4 games, dude, and see what the hell he can do. And he's even said, like, he's not back to 100% yet, dude. But if he's playing like this and he ain't 100%, I can't wait to see what he's doing when he's fully healthy. And I've even spoke, dude, being on the side of Max, dude, going into the off season, getting to go on to weight program, being able to work out, be with a dude like Max throughout. He's going to most definitely bulk the hell up, dude. And I don't care if it's outside or inside, as long as his production shows up in one of the 2 spots. And the thing about him is that if he's versatile to be able to switch inside, outside, and look, dude, he was playing at DT, NT, and fucking DN. So that guy was playing all over the damn field in that game, dude, and pushing up a massive presence. Just like I said, when he got on them with those dudes, he was just owning them, pushing them back fucking 10 straight yards, dude, getting after him. So like I said, man, I think Tyree will show up in overtime, dude, and I was kind of excited that Raider Alex did make that video, dude, because I wanted to watch that video, dude, and I wanted to go make one, but then when that one popped up, so I hit him up, asked him if he cared if I used it. He said, nope, go ahead. So that's why I figured it was just perfect timing, man. So like I said, dude, I think frickin' Tyree will get his day, and he'll be able to get better as time goes on. That's how it'll be, dude. I mean, that's just who he is. So Eric, you have anything you want to add to it, or?
Nothing really. Just Tyree is he's
Salute, Al.
quickly
Salute,
brushing
Ozzy.
off. Now you get, bro. I'm saying he's quickly erased that whole bus talk. The whole we should have took Jalen Carter. No, we picked the right guy for our defense, and I'd rather him develop week by week than have him burst one game and then disappear the next. Because what has Jalen Carter done besides that touchdown he scored against the Cowboys? What has he done to prove that he's better than Tyree? Not much, really. Honestly, it's not much. But I like what I'm seeing from Tyree. He's proven to be a key piece on this defense, and that's what we need: a key person on that D line that can get to that quarterback, get to that running back, whoever got that ball. Just touch grass, bro. Just ready for it. Like what I see, I can't wait till I see year two. Because usually, usually the rookies who develop slowly in year one, year two, they're insane. So this is the Tyree I'm seeing right now. I cannot wait to see how he improves come next year. After being in the system, learning from Max, learning from Pat Graham. I cannot wait. Like you said, Dustin, he's gonna bulk up. He's gonna get better. He's gonna get stronger, and that's scary. That's a scary sight. Because if he's doing this at just natural, just body, without fully reaching his potential, just imagine once he hits his peak, it's trouble for the league. It's trouble, especially because he can line up anywhere, inside, outside. That's scary. So no matter where he's at, he's gonna not only bully that guard, but he's gonna get to his assignment. So he's already versatile. So I like it. He got it.
That's facts, dude, because it's even like Graham said in his presser, dude, that he wasn't even looking for Tyree to even show up this year, dude, and he wasn't brought in for that, dude, and they were looking for year two production from him and so on. And then he even said, like, he can't even take the credit because he's not the one doing it. He said the two dudes' names that were doing it, and I fucking didn't write it down because I was working, but fucking long story short, fucking, he even said, like, oh, my job is to make sure I put him in the right place so he don't fuck it up, basically, you know what I mean? So all I say is like, when you sit here and look at, like, what he's doing, how he's doing it, man, I've spoke on it all year. I even said earlier when people brought it up, and I was like, yeah, I'm not even hopping in that category, dude. I've said, like, I brought up the Bills game, numerous others, that he has the potential. He sees it. It's just going to take him time to get there. And I get it. Everybody wants everybody to show up overnight, but that's not how it usually works out, you know. AJ, you want to add to it, or you have anything you want to add to it? AJ, there?
Oh, yeah, my fault. I'm here. Well, if you want me to add on to the video we just saw, my fault. I was a little distracted. I left the room for a little bit. But one thing I'm seeing with Tyree Wilson, or one thing I actually seen in the comments that actually caught my eye first off, Jalen Carter wouldn't fit here. I want to add on to that. Jalen Carter would work on all 31 teams except for in Las Vegas. Las Vegas is the one place, especially with all like the DUIs and all that. Well, I guess like the one DUI charge that happened. This is the one place where he wouldn't fit at. And the one place where he'd get distracted, like, oh yeah, I'm a rookie, got this rookie bonus, let's go to the nightclub, all that. See, but the thing is, I saw some of the production from Tyree throughout before I've seen his breakout game against Minnesota. I was honestly saying we should have got Jalen Carter, but now I'm seeing Tyree Wilson showing up more. And we should see this, like, when him flipping interiors. Let's see how he does without Max. Let's just see. We should just test these little things. Like, the season, not to be that guy, but the season's practically over. We're not making the playoffs. Let's see what Tyree has in store. Let's see what else Tyree has. Let's see how we could do without Max. Let's see how we could do when it's just him and Kuntz on that line, you know? things like that.
Yeah, and I think that's facts. You know, like a lot of people say, like, man, if we were able to get that interior guy for Max, dude, how Max would have showed up, this, that, the other. And you sit here and say, like I literally just said, he played DT, NT, and DN. So I mean, he was playing all over the dang field and bringing pressure all over it, dude, and dominating on dudes and just straight running them back. And I mean, it's like I've said it even earlier in the season. The thing he has is straight man strength, dude, and he's gonna be sitting next to one of the best in the NFL for the next few years. He's got 4 more years, dude, and Max got 4 more years too. So he's gonna be side by side with this dude the whole entire time. And then, like Max said, dude, he's gonna bring everybody along. He's gonna make them all come along, dude. So that means everything Max is doing, he's gonna be doing. That means his weight program, his eating, his meal preps, everything, dude. Off season, he'll be there with them, dude. It's just like I say with Kuntz. Look at Kuntz popping up. All these dudes, Robinson literally just get his first the second game, but still come right off that edge and straight smash the shit out of them. Like, a lot of people are gonna start buying in because it's Mad Max over there doing it. And I've said, when you got a guy like Tyree, I've said you already got the traits, dude. They've said it 100 times, dude, that they were not looking for him to play this year, dude, that it was Chandler was supposed to play. You cannot just avoid the fact that that was supposed to happen and then just act like, oh yeah, we got him there because he was going to start. That's not how it was going to be. So long story short, now that he is showing up and that he will show up as time goes on, I've said, dude, I've made multiple posts. If you go to my Instagram and go back and look during that draft, I've made multiple posts that if Jalen Carter was on the board with Tyree Wilson, we would have taken Tyree Wilson. I said if Gonzalez was on the board at the same time as Tyree Wilson, we would have taken Tyree Wilson because Tyree Wilson offers massive ability on there, dude, and he will come along. And I've said it, dude. Like, I even said in the last live that if we were going to give somebody a head coaching job interview, I would have given it to Patrick Graham. I think his side of the ball is most definitely performing massively, and I think that his people are. And like I've said, you're going to start seeing it show up, dude. And I don't care. People can say whatever they want. He is a big-ass body motherfucker. He's strong as shit. And once he gets that shit together, he's going to be wrecking people's lives. And especially, I said, in the inside, literally said this on Monday, on the inside, it allows him to be able to push into motherfuckers and reach behind and grab people, just like DeForest Buckner, just like other people have done in the NFL. I literally just spoke on this, literally showing video after video of him dominating people on the inside like that, running them straight back over there, literally bringing Max right around the outside to be able to get after him. Like, although that matters a lot from a guy like that. There has been claim after claim, even after this game, that if he was to make that transition to the DT, he would be the best defensive tackle on our team, dude. So, like I've said, dude, Tyree will show his up after this season. And he probably will show up this season even more. I've said I don't want him to get injured. I don't want him to cause injury, dude, just to try to prove a point or prove something. I would rather him wait till next year when he gets to go through the offseason, bulk up, come back, and be like a Aldon Smith type shit, dude, like just coming in wrecking people, dude. So, like I've said, I loved Aldon, man, and it's just like this guy, he just reminds me of so much of certain people, tangibles, the way he gets after people, the way he dominates guys. And you got to remember, those are 300-pound fucking linemen he's just running back like that, dude. Those ain't just little-ass dudes. So I'd love to see someone try to go up and grab a 300-pound lineman and just fucking dominate him for 10 straight yards. You'd be lucky if you could even push him fucking 2 feet, let alone fucking 10 yards. People like to talk about how easy. Yeah, I bet. I guarantee you, dude, we can even bring 300-pound men and try to push them on like that, and they're not going to do it. So, like I said, Tyree ain't no bitch, dude. He got some man strength in him by far. So, Rudy, you have anything you want to add to it?
Tyree Wilson, this is the thing about him. I think that the Josh McDaniels, what he was trying to turn him into, is another Richard Seymour. Richard Seymour was 6'6", 280-plus pounds, I think he wanted that. That's what he was seeing. He's doing it the Patriot way. And I know Buckner, he's 6'7", 285 pounds. Those are pass rush guys. But our biggest need, more than a pass rush defensive tackle, was a run stop. defensive tackle. And what they were showing was a 3-4 defense where they put Tyree Wilson as a nose tackle, but you got the end spread out. Now, the only problem with that is that it's a problem when you're third and short. You don't want to do that. You do that on third and long, though. That's perfect to do third and long. You can get to the quarterback a lot easier. But then again, the quarterback can also, if one little block, he can get close to him and he gets away. Yeah, like we saw what Dobbs did. Like I said, Vikings O-line was terrible and all that. But if we were to go against a team like the fucking Eagles or the Cowboys, we did that shit, they plow those guys. They're big linemen. Very big, way bigger than those Viking O-linemen. But that's good for the pass rush. It's a great pass rush scheme. I wouldn't put him as a full-fledged nose tackle. I put him as an in/tackle. But he's a rotational guy. I know people say, well, he's not a bust because, well, to me, a bust isn't that of the numbers necessarily. It's the production as a starter. When you're a first-round pick, early first-round pick, you're meant to be a starter. He didn't get the starting job. Malcolm Kuntz got it over him. But then they're thinking, Patrick Graham's thinking creatively, you know what, move him as a defensive tackle, and that would be productive, which is, that's good. But to me, a bust doesn't mean, to me, always a bust means he sucks and all that. You could be a great player, but not, like I said, we had misses. We could have gotten, I still believe, now, we do a production comparing like Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is a pure defensive tackle. Okay, that's what he is. He's a run stopper and a pass rusher. Okay, that's what he is. Him not fitting because of the attitude problem, I can understand that. His ability is what we needed. It was just the outside off the field issues was risky. So we should have, in my opinion, went for Christian Gonzalez. That was the biggest
thing.
He's
injured right now, sitting on the IR.
I know he's injured. That happens. I know.
He's been on the IR.
But that can happen with any player.
Our guy ain't on the IR.
Players get hurt all the time.
And bring in production.
But players get hurt all the time, though.
He's been out all year. He's been out for damn near most of the year. So if we would have got him,
big injury can happen to anybody.
His ass on the bench all year, so he don't bring no value to our team.
He covered Tyreek Hill like it was
he's a top corner when he's healthy.
He shut Tyreek down.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Tyree Wilson had one of the worst foot injuries and fucking a player can have, period. You can't just act like it doesn't exist, or you can just look right past it, because you can't fucking do that. That's not how life works.
Yeah, well,
it's not,
like I said, he wasn't worth
it ain't no well. It's not, that's not fucking how it is. When he fucking goes through it and he's producing, and he's healthy, and he's on the field fucking playing without injury, without fucking missing games, that shit fucking matters. Christian Gonzalez didn't have no fucking injuries.
But he's playing all
shit going on for that motherfucker. Now he's been out all year. So if we would have got him, all it would have been was a fucking Marcus Peters doing jack shit. It's exactly what it would have been.
No, he was healthy.
Players get hurt all the time. You can't just say that from one thing.
It don't matter, dude. Okay, how many weeks? We got 17 weeks to play. I mean, I don't understand how people look at football and act like, well, that guy, he played 4 weeks, man. He played great football. Okay, he out the whole fucking rest of the season. You do know that there's still fucking 13 more games, right? You do know that. Like, you do fucking know that. He ain't fucking on there. Then that means he's going to be healthy. Then he got to train, fucking get back up to what, I don't even know what the hell he got to do. Then he got to show back up next year. Then that's implying that he don't get hurt again. So we take a guy that got fucking 4 games experience versus a guy that went through one of the worst injuries that he could have had, starts showing up in development, shows production, sitting opposite guy fucking or inside guy Matt for the next 5 fucking years. And he is, that's crazy. That's crazy. It's not, no, there's no way you can look at it like that. What it is about who's on the fucking field playing. That's what it's about.
Well, he's not a starter, though. He's rotational player.
You're only as good as the last play you play. That's it. Don't fucking matter. You know what Christian Gonzalez play was? The last one he did back there, like week 4 or 5, whenever he may got injured. That's when his last play was.
But you get hurt. Anybody can get hurt.
Hey, well, if you'll
players get hurt all the time. It's a dangerous sport.
You can't win Super Bowls with your best players on the fucking IR or bench. Can't do that. especially at that
Well,
position.
it happens. They get hurt.
Oh,
Anybody
you're
can
right,
get
it
hurt.
does. But our guy isn't on the bench. That's fact.
It can happen to anybody. It can happen. It can happen when you don't expect it. Anybody can get hurt. But it's now saying that Christian Gonzalez is a brittle guy or whatever just from one thing. That could happen to anybody who's not brittle. It happens. Corners get hurt.
You guys said that about
happens.
Tyree. Fuck, you guys been. You know, you guys are so biased.
I didn't say about. I only said his production. I never went after his injury.
Fucking deal, this, that. Now
I looked at his college years and compared him to Clint Farrell.
We ain't talk about if he's Wimber, if he's gonna get.
I'm sure you can make a guy better than his production. You can. I'm not doubting that. You can do that. You can turn a guy that wasn't very productive in college and make him very productive in the NFL. It's always a possibility. I mean, can you do that with Tyree Wilson? Of course you can. But is he a great player? No. Is he a Pro Bowl player? No. Can he be one? Maybe. But I'm saying as a first round pick, 7th pick, he was not. He could have traded down a little bit, got more players, and got him, just like Clinton Farrell. Clinton Farrell was not considered a great pick. He had better stats than Tyree Wilson, and they said he wasn't worth a 4th pick of the first round. He was a mid-first round pick. Tyree Wilson's the same way, mid-first round pick. Now, the defensive line coaches, better than ours with Clinton Farrell. Clinton Farrell didn't work well with them. But these are better defensive line coaches that we have versus Gruden's defensive line coaches. And guess what? Patrick Graham was improving Clinton Farrell, and then that was his last year, you know. And then they just let him go, you know. And that wasn't Patrick Graham wanted Clinton Farrell, but Josh McDaniels said, no, we're going to get my guys. I want it to be my guys. His arrogance, and wanted to do it that way. He's like, well, I can replace a Clinton Farrell or somebody like a Tyree Wilson, or he'll replace a Chandler Jones. He was thinking of him replacing Chandler Jones and replacing Malcolm Kuntz. That's what his idea was. That was Josh McDaniels' original plan. I think Dustin paused, but
Yeah,
like I said, he could be a great. Oh, there you are. Okay, I thought he paused. But like I said, he could be a great player in time. But right now,
I just gotta write down all the bullshit over here, so I just gotta make sure I keep the notes of it.
But like I said, though, when Patrick Graham kind of like had more control of that defense this year, he made some improvements, even when Josh was gone, because Josh was killing the whole team on offense and defense. The defense looks a lot better than it did with when Josh was the head coach. But when he was fired, players could play like they wanted to play, and you know, and that's both on offense and defense. It's not just one side; it's everywhere, you know. But you know, that scheme, that like 3rd and long, yeah, it's perfect to use Tyree Wilson as a nose tackle. Then you have the edge rushers further apart. That way, they have a lot. It'll make it easier for them to get to the quarterback because they have more speed. They can rush at them, and it's hard to block a 270-pounder coming at you 90 miles an hour, you know, but it's easier to block them when they're a lot closer. But when they're further away and they're coming at you at 90 miles an hour, it's tough to block those guys. And that was the smart move that Patrick Graham did do against the Vikings there.
Oh, yeah. He's going to do a lot more. Not just going to be against him, and he's going to do a lot more next year. This guy's, it's his first year, and people, like I said, I mean, I know how to look at the draft. I know how to scout players. I've been doing it for years. I've hit on all kinds of my players. I've literally made posts about even Gonzalez and fucking Carter being on the board at the same time with Tyree. We were going to grab him. It's not about people not knowing what they're doing. It's about who he is. Like, just because you guys don't know how to look at players or evaluate, or you guys look into someone's fucking channel that talks bullshit and then you buy it, that's their problem. If you go look at the medical tapes and the videos from the doctors and the people that cleared him from draft night and everything that matters in the fucking NFL, not just some fucking beat writer's ass fucking opinion and some bullshit ass fucking people's fucking stories. That's why I say that's why I don't watch a lot of people that do it like we do it. Is just our opinion. I'm no more validated than any other motherfucker out there doing the exact same thing we're doing. It's just our opinion. And sometimes people doing it the wrong way will make the wrong shit be shown up. The facts of what he's gone through and what he's fucking done and where he's at in his first year is beyond what people would even expect. Now, if people want to keep sitting and say, oh, he's a board thing, oh, blah, blah, fuck, I can show you fucking 20 motherfuckers that went in the top 5 that didn't have good fucking seasons in the first fucking year and multiple Hall of Famers. So it's either they don't know what the fuck they're doing or you guys just know everything. I'm pretty sure it's the opposite way around. So, like I said, it doesn't matter if a dude comes out and you got to talk about a kid from college come to straight up grown ass man's game. Some people are able to come right away. Some people take a year. Some people never show the fuck up. No matter how much they work out, no matter how good, how badass they are or not, they'll never have a fucking career there. They'll see the bench, they'll see their fucking special teams, and then they'll see their ass gone. That's exactly how it is. It's called not for long. You can't just be chump ass motherfuckers being here and just be accepted in the NFL. It's the best of the best. Some people come and some people go. A lot of people go. More go than probably that are here to begin with. So, like I said, his production is easily on pace. His production shouldn't even have shown up. And if Chandler was here and done what he was supposed to fucking do this year, we wouldn't even be fucking having conversations about Tyree and those aspects because he would have got to come in, been in his rotations, and he would have got to play. Now, him going out there, you know, like I think you said, Pig, I don't know if I've seen it right, if it was you, about the credit to AP. Yeah, Patrick Graham didn't even give credit to AP. He gave it to the 2 dudes fucking coaching the fucking guy, and that's how it should be. Like, you can't just go out and negligate the dudes doing the job, you know, and like, I think that's the biggest issue here where people, I've always said, certain players end up on certain teams during the draft. And when people talk about redrafting and things like this, I always say, I don't like doing redrafts because just because a player goes to that team doesn't mean if he was drafted to ours, he would have the same exact results, because sometimes that player gelled with the coach, special coach, fucking, it could be any coach, whatever his position is. Maybe he knew the fuck guy from somewhere else. That's usually what ends up happening, dude. And they end up going on having great careers. So you can't just look past that type of shit. It ain't got shit to do with the head coach or the dude that runs it. It's the guy that he knows, man, and what they're fucking talking about or jerking each other off. I don't know, but that's why I've always said I've had multiple videos on it that I don't like fucking redrafts because it does not work out like that, dude. And in this case, I feel like Patrick Graham and them finally got to go off. They're finally being able to move him around. They knew that he was struggling in the game before, sitting out at the right end, dude. And that'd be left end, right end. So they knew that he was struggling out there. Then they fucking then they move him inside in this game, and you see a lot more production out of him. Like I've said, people are drafted at certain positions from college to the NFL, and just because they were drafted at that position doesn't mean that's how they'll play their careers through the NFL. It's happened multiple times. People being in DNs go to DTs. People at DT go to DNs, inside linebacker, outside linebacker, safety, linebacker, safety. I mean, it's happened all kinds of times, multiple times. So just because he's going to be more useful on our team to move inside and his production showing up right away, and Kuntz has been the better guy because he's been here for fucking 4 years. He should be the fucking better guy. He's been on our team for way fucking longer. He's been in way bigger games, and he's shown up in preseason, some games that he's played. He has way more fucking experience than fucking Tyree Wilson. He got goddamn about 4 years of experience on him. So got a lot way longer than him. So again, I mean, Tyree, if we move him to the inside and play them on the outside and NT, that's just in one play. He's gonna play DT, NT, RN, you know, fucking, well, DN. So at that point, dude, like I said, he will become versatile on our team. They'll be able to rotate him in and out. You get a guy like Tyree out there when you can put a guy like Wilson out there. I said it, dude. This guy, what did you say? Did you say he was 6'6" or 6'7", 270? And if that's what he's pushing out in his fucking rookie year, like I said, wait till this guy. Yeah, wait till this guy. What is he? 6'6", 270?
Yeah, he's 6'6", 275, and they could put him up at 285. Like I said, you can use him as a hybrid.
Turns into man. Wait till
Well,
Tyree turns into man, like NFL man. Like,
Well,
he gonna start bitching fools over there, dude. Like, he gonna be dogging my motherfuckers.
you
Look
could
what
put
he's
it as
doing
a
already.
You could put a 4-2-5 or a 3-4 defense with Tyree Wilson being a defensive tackle, but on 3rd and long is where he does better at, from what I've been seeing.
Dude, if Tyree goes with
But I wouldn't put him as an everyday
Watch.
defensive tackle, though.
You want to bet a pie to the face on this bet, too? Look, I'll
What?
bet anything that if Tyree stays with Max for the next 3 years, I guarantee motherfucking he gonna be just like fucking Max and rotate like snap-wise. He will go. What happens when you have two dudes that don't come off the field? And he plays inside, outside, the whole fucking time. And Max is just doing this on the outside the whole time, and fucking Tyree's doing this on there. Then what do you fucking do? You can't get the two best motherfuckers off the field, and we're talking 2 years into his
That
deal.
works good on
How you
3rd
gonna
and long.
stop that? How you gonna stop that?
It's very difficult to stop it on 3rd and long.
It'll be very difficult to stop it every fucking down over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, when offenses spread their offenses to like a 4 wide or 5 wide, that's the perfect kind of formation you want to put it at. That makes the D lineman, you're spreading your D lineman out to come at the quarterback, and they have more speed, and it's difficult for offensive linemen to stop these guys. But when they're on the line, it's closer to the offensive lineman. It's easier to stop them. But when they're further away, then they have more momentum. And the more momentum you have, the harder it is to block these guys. It's a smart scheme, very good scheme, but that's a scheme, though. The thing is, do you want him as a defensive tackle all the time? And that would be no. Use him on 3rd and long is perfect. It's perfect to use him on 3rd and long. It is. I'm not going to lie with you right there.
Yeah, and I mean, like Antonio Pierce said, he reminds him of Justin Tuck, dude. I mean, he's been compared to all kind of players, dude, that are elite. Like this guy, he said, look like Rudy's Pitbull. Fuck, that's facts. I mean, that's facts, bro, because like I said, this guy isn't no slouch-ass dude, man, and he's fucking, I keep saying, like, people don't realize, dude, when you come from college to the NFL, dude, you're literally coming from the fucking boys' world to a man's world, all right? Look at receivers get to fucking run away. Catch me. When a motherfucking lineman sitting down there on the fucking down in the trenches against a motherfucking 10-year fucking 8-year vet, that fucking's over there like, yeah, come on, bro. And you're sitting on the opposite side, even at 6'6", 270, they're laughing at you because they know you don't have that grit yet. But they know in the few years, depending on how you take this year's ass beating, how are you going to be coming in the future? It's happened to Von Miller. It's happened to multiple people. It's not, he ain't the first. Khalil Mack, fucking multiple people can sit here and say, oh, well, this or that. Hey, man, that's what happens in first-year players a lot of times. This guy is showing you already right now, basically just like he said in his interview, just like I think it was Pig that said in the beginning of here was his beam, like he's beaming because he knows. Like he literally is like, yeah, I just throwing this shit out the window. I'm going to start fucking wrecking dudes' lives. And that's when you know right there, dude. That's how you know. He's humble as fuck sitting right there. And he'll straight up take a 330-pound, 333-pound motherfucking man and just bitch him. I've said it, dude. Go get fucking, let's get all of us right here and try to go push on dudes like that. Dude, you'd be lucky if you can even get him out of the ground. Look at how when he started out that video, how he had his hand in the ground earlier in the year. What did I say about him earlier in the year? I said, motherfucker, how did Max get to the quarterback and he still had his hand in the fucking ground, dude? I was like, what the fuck was that all about, dude? Like, and then now you see Tyree fucking just sitting there glitching the fucking line, like, and he's preferring to be in the ground now. Like, he's preferring to be in the ground because he can just be like, pow, fucking, he just, pow, fucking just takes right off. And then not only that, dude, when he takes off, you go back and look on some of them, go watch Sanja's video. In Sanja's video, it'll show on that one play where Tyree pushed up the fucking middle on that guard. He was holding the fuck out of him right underneath his fucking shoulder pad, dude. And they didn't even call the flag on him. They ended up calling it on Max, dude, for for him getting held. But that fool was getting held back, and he was still wrecking that dude's life. And I've always said it doesn't matter what team you're at. These are NFL motherfucking players, dude. And he did it all over that motherfucking line. He didn't just do it on one dude all day. He did it on their whole fucking line all day. So like I've said, dude, if that guy gets bulked up and gets going, dude, he's going to be danger, dude. That guy's going to be a dangerous motherfucker, man. Like, I guarantee it. So anybody have anything else they want to add, and we'll move on. But I just want to talk about it because I like him, dude. I like him a lot. I like the pick, dude, and I knew it wasn't going to be this year. I spoke on it even in the off season. Like I said, I've spoke on so many shit. I just think too many fans want, here, it doesn't work like that. But I get their energy. But outside of that, do you guys have anything else you want to add to it?
I'm good. I already said my what I said, and there's no need to say anymore.
He said bet balls to the face instead. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. Fucking Rudy probably got some fucking nasty old ball sack over there. Like, oh man, fucking like what is that, Grandpa? Like how he has it on the Johnny Knoxville where it's on the boxers.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Hey, that'd be hella funny, dude.
That's because I'm the oldest right here.
Nah, fuck, I don't know. Fuck, my woman would probably tell me the same shit, so don't even worry. Fuck you. She'd probably tell
old,
me
and if your balls hit the toilet bowl, then that's when you know you're really old.
Oh, fucking hitting the water, fucking like a tea bag in the water.
Whoa, I need to get the spoon to fish out my balls out.
Yeah, that's fucking funny shit, bro. Fucking, he's all milk is fucking throwing up over there. Just to touch on a few things real quick. I guess they said that, what was it? They said that Colton and James are not going to be in the no Colton or James. You guys want to touch on that real quick or what? They basically said that those are the two people that they know so far that are not going to be in this week's game, well, tomorrow's game. So, Eric, if you want to start it out, you can start with you, man.
Oh, yeah. So, once again, no Colton Miller or Andre James, so I forget the backup center. But
Parham's the backup center, and then Jordan Meredith's the backup guard.
Yep, and then I seen Parker was activated. Parker was activated to the 53.
And then
I'm thinking he's probably going to roll as a 6th offensive lineman.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything that indicates him being activated, so I don't know.
I know he got signed, but I'm wondering is he going to be active now due to the injuries.
Yeah, because right after the injury, they placed dude on IR. So they placed the one guy on IR. Then they activated Parker to the 53. Then they signed DJ.
Right.
But I haven't seen nothing that said that he was going to be in the actual 53-man roster yet. So.
Well, if that is the case, we gonna need some help. Need some help to make sure Matt don't get 6 sacks again. That was embarrassing. We're gonna have to make sure that don't happen. But even against Daniel Hunter, we held him to kind of an extent. He didn't have no monster game, but we gotta make sure Aiden is not eating grass all night. You gotta make sure you actually get time to throw the ball. And with Colton Miller not being there, it does kind of hurt. Because Colton, very good left tackle when healthy. Andre James, he's inconsistent. One game he's doing this thing, and the next he's not. But with the backups we have, luckily we can rotate the line to do their best to protect Aiden. That's my main thing, is protecting whatever side Mac is on. That's the side we need the most protection. Joey Bosa is out, I believe, still. Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
He's hurt. So
from what I heard is, I don't know. Because I heard about Max, but I didn't hear no report on Joey. So unless he's just that garbage this year, I would imagine.
Right. Well, Matt. I'm sorry.
You would have heard Crosby be like, "Yeah, we're about to face the biggest crybaby in the league." You know what I mean? So.
Right, Mac and what's your rookie? Is it Tuli? What's his name? Tuli Tapalia? Watch out for those two. But Mac is my main concern. Neutralize him to the best of our ability. Neutralize Mac, Aiden has a clean game. If we don't, it's going to be a repeat of what happened to SoFi. And we don't need that.
It's like he said up here. I think what was it? Melk said, with Parham, he did play pretty good, dude. I'm not gonna lie. For him to make the transition over, I just think he's a bigger blocky type player over the in that middle section, dude. So like I've said this, dude. I've said this, numerous times. Even Al, even can validate it. I've said, dude, like I think you got to just blow this team up, dude. Keep a few certain players, and then fucking build around it because they just have. Like we're so used to what other people are bringing when this line is really trash all the way across it, dude. And I've even said like Colton Miller, dude, he's even starting to play injury after injury, dude. And I've even said like in the last topic, dude, a guy can be as good as you want him to be. If he's not in the playoffs or he's not getting us to the playoffs, those players don't fucking matter to us, dude. Like if you sit over there and look at Burrows or you go look at like for instance, look at Rodgers, right? Rodgers had an ACL tear in week fucking 1, the goddamn third play of the start of the season, and he already gonna be cleared to play right here fucking this upcoming week. Like, that shows a motherfucker want to play. That shows a dude that'll go through whatever it takes to be back here to be for his fucking team. Shit like that. That shit matters, man. Like, I hate when, like I said, you're going to start watching dudes like these just get injured after injury, dude, and then we're going to end up fucking losing them for a long period of time. I think what I've always said, what a good GM's job is, dude, is to be able to identify those things and then be able to get good trade value out of them to be able to keep rebuilding your team. That's what keeps you successful, dude. I mean, I hate when people just try to hold on to names, dude. So for me, like I said, I think when you're getting Colton and them, you look how many people we got to move around, dude. You're gonna have so much rotation just right there with those dudes out. So I mean, that's fucking 2 key players, fucking center and motherfucking left tackle. So AJ, you have anything you want to add to it or what?
I think with the offensive line, right?
Yeah, without having Colton and frickin' James there.
Yep. I expect Brandon Parker. I know how this scheme we like to run 6 offensive linemen, especially on obvious run plays. So I'm thinking from left to right, I'm thinking probably Mumford can start on the left side. Then we'll kick in Jordan Meredith left guard with our Parman at center. Then we're gonna have Van Roten and then Illuminor on that right side. So if we run 6 offensive line packages, it's gonna be with Brandon Parker, from what I know. But I think it's gonna be the same offensive line of how we ended out the game. So not much gonna change from what we haven't seen.
Yeah, it's like I said. I mean, I think the only thing is like, I don't know how they're going to fucking do it. One week it's fucking Luminor over there. Next week it's fucking Munford over there. Fucking now you're going to bring in Meredith. Now you're going to be bringing in Parker. Does fucking Parker play better left tackle than both them motherfucking Munford and fucking Luminor? Then you got DJ Fluker, but is he even on the motherfucking active roster to even play up on there? And then if he is he playing at fucking right tackle? Probably, but fucking still, I fucking hate fucking Van Roten, dude. I mean, you can be good protection, but Josh is a runner, dude, and we don't got Josh Jacobs back there to not be able to run and be able to get through that fucking line. I would almost say like, I don't know why, but I know why Fluker, because he hasn't even been in the fucking played since what 2000 fucking 21 or 20. Fuck, he ain't played for a few years, dude. So, like I said, you're just gonna be hoping on that shit, man. Like I said, dude, I think they're just signings, dude. We're at the last part of the year. I think these guys should already have their shit together. I mean, like I said, we signed Parker back. I should just say enough. And then, again, he should probably take at the left tackle, in all honesty. I mean, that's what he was, dude. That's what he was in college and everything, and that's probably where he's had his best success. So I don't know why we want to put him in over there and at least let him fucking try. It can't be any worse, dude, but either way, that's shit I say. I hate that we don't even have our fucking. Then we're gonna look at Meredith fucking playing at the left guard. I mean, whatever. Either way, fucking. I mean, the Meredith. I'm not gonna lie. Last year, he actually graded out pretty well, and then this year, I mean, I'm not gonna say too bad. I mean, So I don't know. Rudy, you have anything you want to add to it?
Yeah, you're right about one thing. Brandon Parker was never truly a right tackle. He was a left tackle. When Colt Miller was hurt, and this was many more years ago, it was only for one game, and he took over. And he blocked pretty damn good for a left tackle. He just struggled as a right tackle. But right now, though, he's been out of the game for a while. And that doesn't mean he's going to start blocking that well. We don't know how good Brandon Parker is right now since he's been out of football for a while. He had that tricep or bicep injury last year, and he was out for a whole season. Colt Miller came when he was coming out of his injury. I think he came out too soon. He should have stayed another week, and then he got his shoulder re-injured because he came out too soon. And I think that was bad on the Raiders' part to bring him in. You know, sometimes when you bring a guy that's just recovering and they're not 100%, they can re-injure their injuries. I think that was a bad thing to bring Colt Miller back in too soon. But yeah, I would rather have. They're going to move Thyre Munford to right tackle and then Illuminor to left tackle. They're going to need to put an extra defensive tackle or a tight end where Khalil Mack is at, because Khalil Mack will destroy either Thyre Munford or Illuminor. You can't put him one-on-one. He's too dangerous, you know. You can't do it. That's why. I mean, remember the Chargers game when we did that stupid shit? And we had a better O-line than we do right now. Dude,
this line, I don't even. They're about to hold it up with duct tape, literally.
Yeah, and yeah, this is bad. I hope that they learn from Josh McDaniels' mistakes that they're gonna use an extra blocker to block Khalil Mack, because you better do that. Because if you don't get that extra blocker, Khalil Mack's going to get there in like 1.5 seconds against Aiden O'Connell, you know, or even less than that, you know.
Yeah, and this is like why I say, like, in this game, dude, it's going to be a repeat for Aiden, because they did claim and did come out and say Aiden will start this game as the starter. So he will go into this game. He will be the starting quarterback. Yeah. I talked about the Jimmy deal just in the Vikings game because I said if we were looking to win, that's the only reason why I brought it up. The only reason why I said it, dude, when we were there, because I've been talking about all year long that we are not trying to win fucking games. I've literally said it, dude. Literally been in our Discord, literally been calling the plays, literally been saying why they'd be doing it. Fuck, Al's been in there numerous times when we literally just be saying the whole fucking time before they're ever doing, like, you can't have those type of things, dude, if they're not trying to tank. If I'm able to read that shit way before they even do it, and other people, you can't. That's not how it works. In the NFL, you'd be lucky if you can guess a guy's play. In Madden, you're lucky if you can guess it, let alone in fucking like that. So you know that they're fucking trying to tank certain shit, dude. So, like I said, I think for me, dude, like with Aiden starting in this game, I think it's like you said. I mean, you're gonna have a lot coming at you, man. Like, you're gonna have a lot coming at you. Mac wants to come at us again. You know, Max hates being cut from us and not being a Raider. Like, you know that. So every single time he can get after fucking Aiden, he's gonna eat up Aiden every single time. And I've always said, like, the problem with me with Aiden is Aiden does not identify. I've spoke about this numerous times. You know, the thing about Derek Carr was he can identify, he can see shit, dude, on the defense where he can pick up blockers or pick up people for more times than not. And if they get through, they just beat the guy outright. Aiden, man, motherfucker be staring right at it, dude, and literally not call for the audible, not call for a change, not call for a pickup, not call for a motion, not call for a flip, nothing. He does not do anything, dude. And I've always said that's a big fucking problem when you're the fucking quarterback. I mean, just go back and watch Peyton Manning, dude, where he's like, bitch, I see you. And then the second he gets off him, he's like, oh, yeah, I see you too, motherfucker. Like, and he calling it all, dude. Like, this guy, he can't see it just coming, literally blowing right off the edge, you know, and I think that's a big problem. And in this game, when you got Khalil Mack looking, I mean, Khalil Mack's eating this year, dude. Like, he's eating. So, I mean, the problem with this is like I said, if Khalil Mack, dude, if he gets fucking taste of blood in this game, dude, it can be a wreck. It can be a nightmare all over again. And with Aiden, dude, I mean, at what point, dude, if you know that Mac's going to do that, would you put him into the shotgun? Are you going to play him out? How are you going to get fucking Aiden off that pressure, dude? And it keeps on saying, like, I've heard people say, well, they're not using him to be mobile. Well, fucking, what is he going to fucking mobile? What are you going to fucking do? Fucking limp on over there? Like, he ain't fast at all. He ain't fucking going nowhere. Oh, man, no, hell no. He ain't outrunning the offensive lineman probably, dude. The offensive lineman probably run a faster 40 than he can. So, like I said, I mean, Aiden is a pocket passer. That's his job. His job is for those motherfuckers to hold up and him to get the fucking ball to somebody, but he can't do it. I even spoke about it in the last game about not picking up the blitz off of the fucking edge where Josh Jacobs was wide the fuck open. That would have been to the fucking house, dude. Like, there's multiple things of those things he does not see at all. He just blind. He'd be looking the fuck up over here, not even trying to look here at all. So, and he's been doing it all year, dude. And in this game, I've said, I think, look, as much as I would have said we were going to get our ass beat in this game because Herbert and everybody, I mean, let's be real. The Chargers are just doing the exact same thing. They're like, you know what? Fuck it. The season's over. We're going to fucking send Herbert to get surgery. We're going to fucking bench Keelan Allen, dude. I mean, Keelan Allen's not in the fucking game either. So, I mean, we're sitting here, start setting out all types of players. What's the coincidence of them doing that when they just so happen to have to play us? Like, what do you think the coincidence? This fucking guy as their backup ain't never done shit. Like, straight up. Yeah. Aiden probably going to lose us this game because he can't throw a fucking touchdown. Fucking AP probably won't grow a sack and swap out, dude, to go and try to get a touchdown. Like, that's the whole problem. And then if you do that, then you got to roll Jimmy the rest of the year and put Aiden on the fucking bench. So you ain't going to do that. Yeah. And I don't know if we want to do that because are we trying to go out there and take our fucking, 6th overall pick and fucking move it to 10? I don't know if they're trying to do that. I don't think there's nothing that's going to indicate that. And I mean, again, if you were trying to win, I've said this the whole time, that Aiden is just like Jimmy. The problem is Jimmy can most definitely score touchdowns. Like, he has most definitely showed he could score fucking touchdown, at least a touchdown, dude. I said he's good for 6 fucking points, at least, dude. But, yeah, I don't know, man. This is going to be a tough game. What do you think? What do you think, Eric?
Okay, so Aiden against the Chargers. Let's have faith that this is not repeat of having his first time, which I get it. He was thrown to the fire. You wasn't ready for that Mac coming down that line. Understandable. You got what 4 games now under center as starter? 4 games, right? Or is it 5? 4 or 5?
Him. They're 5 because aren't they 3-2? So 3-2 or 2 and 3 or 2 and
3.
4?
No, 2 and 4. So this will be his 6th game under center. So with that being said, you should be more comfortable enough now, knowing what's coming for you. Your first time under center, that was like a crash course. That was like an intro to, hey, welcome to the league, bro. Now that you had your welcome to the league moment, you've learned each week. Now you should know what to look out for against this team. You should know, look out for number 52. Look out for Asante on in the secondary. Look out for Tuli coming down the middle. He should feel more comfortable going against him this time. And he should have a better performance. Way better performance than he did the first game. Do I want him to win? Yeah. Because, who wants to lose? The draft pick is nice, but at the end of the day, you do want to win. And he does want to prove to the team, hey, believe in me. Believe in me. Do not take a quarterback in this year's draft. So it's just kind of like Aiden's, hey, this is his like pick me game. If he can win this game, maybe he can show this front office that, hey, look, I'm the guy, not that guy from LSU or that guy at USC. It's me. But he should do good. Even without Jacobs being there and Devontae, you still got Hunter. You still got Jacoby. You still got Trey Tucker. You still got Michael Mayer. You still have a nice core, even if those two are questionable. He should still be able to perform whatever he has in front of him. He should do good. And I think one of my topics was over under for passing yards. Over. Why not? Air that thing out. Air it out. Air it out. Other than that, I like his chances against this team. Like I said before, he went out before. He should know what's coming, and the team should prepare him more. The team should prepare him now properly to know what's going on, to know what to look for when you see certain formations in that in that secondary or in that D line. He should be more prepared for it. So I expect better results.
Facts. Rudy, you have anything you want to add to it? I want to ask something right after this, Eric, on it. Same thing leading on this one. What do you think, Rudy? You have anything you want to add?
Yeah, I think right now it might be a who's going to out-tank who. I don't think the Chargers want to win, since, like you said, and the honest is, do we want to win? And there's some people. I don't know if Derwin James is in. He's a guy that could be a dangerous weapon besides Khalil Mack. He's a safety, causes a lot of problems. The only thing with the Chargers' biggest Achilles heel still is stopping the run, and that's where Josh Jacobs needs to be involved. But if you think about throwing that ball a lot, that's going to be where you're going to get interceptions, unless you're throwing it shorter passes, middle range passes, like to the tight end, like Michael Mayer, and then setting up. You can set up a deep pass, but if you start trying to throw those deep passes, you're going to throw some interceptions. You don't want put Aiden O'Connell in a bad, precarious way. You want to keep him where it's easy. But I'll tell you a guy that wouldn't want to start right now is Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm sure he's thinking, no fucking way I want to start right there. I don't want Khalil Mack to kill my ass. I saw what he did to Aiden O'Connell. I cannot take those hits,
That's facts. He'll be walking out there, broken ass foot, fucking leg,
put me as a third string.
femur.
Yeah.
Hey, sick. Hey, he's gonna get sick in that fucking game. He's gonna be fucking. Hey, salute, Rich. Appreciate you, bro. Fucking. So here's something I want to ask you both real quick: is do you think Aiden would have a better game if Davante Adams didn't play? If he didn't play in that game? Because there's part of me that feels that Aiden feels pressured to always have to give the ball to Davante because of who he is. And I feel like if you take Davante out of the game, I get it, his name and who he is, but you do still have people like Tucker and everybody that would get utilized more inside the game. So starting with you, Eric, how would you feel? Do you think Aiden would have a better game if Adams didn't play? And what I mean by that is, do you think Aiden would utilize his players more without having Adams on the field?
Actually, yes. I'm going to say yes because, like I said, he does feel forced to give Tay the ball because of who he is, because of his name. But if Tay doesn't play, this gives him to say, hey, look, my best player is out. I'm gonna let Trey Tucker and Jacoby Myers look legit. I'll make them look like they're household names. And with Tay not being there, that man commands a lot of attention. And if he's not there, you still have your deep threat in Trey Tucker, which man's got to learn how to catch that ball and not hobble it, how to bring it down. And Michael Mayer. We see what he can do already, so I'm not worried about him at all. We still got Jacoby Myers, still got Hunter Renfrow, and we have the talent around it. Like, this is not the Davante Adams show. If he's not there, his presence is definitely felt and missed. But if he's not there, he can prove that I can win without my best player. Much like Easton Stick, Keenan Allen is not there. That's his number one. So Easton got to prove that I can win a game without Keenan Allen. Aiden got to prove I can win without Devontae. And why not? I think he can if Devontae is not there. I think he can. I think we'll see a whole lot use of Jacoby in the slot, a whole lot of Malcolm Mayer on the outside, a whole lot of just mixing around to other receivers that we have. We might even see Amir Abdullah catch a few passes in the backfield. We don't know because we don't know if Tay's gonna play or not. If he isn't gonna play, expect a lot of Tay. I'm sorry, expect a lot from Trey Tucker, Jacoby, Uncle Mayer, our core. He had a chance, and if we're better on him as well, like personally, that hey, I won a game. I beat the Chargers. I won a game without my best player, and it's a confidence booster for him as well. Because if you can win without Devontae, that means you can hang in this league. Because you're a rookie, but still, you're judged based on how you win with and without. He's won with Devontae. But let's see how you do if he's not there. Do you make use of our people on your team besides number 17? I got faith in him. He can do it. But like I said, we don't not know his status. I'm going based on what's being reported. But if he isn't there, this is his prove it moment right here.
Do you think that there's a point, dude, with like, so you're getting down to the last 4 games. He's gonna start coming up hurt. Josh is coming up hurt. Everybody's starting to come up, right? Fucking, and we're just hoping for so many things. I mean, the offensive line come up. I mean, literally everybody's starting to come up hurt. So do you think that at some point, if you're intending to trade Adams to the Jets, do you think at some point do you pull him out to see how your offense runs without him just in general? Like at some point you'd have to say, like, if you were going to be confident in it, and again, I don't think it actually would matter anyways, because if the head coach isn't on the team now, it's not going to really matter. You know what I mean? So I think that would just be that would be if the head coach was here. I think you'd want to do that. Like as like tell Adams like, hey bro, we're already out, man. Rest this game. But in the mind of you, you're thinking like, if Aiden plays better in this game. And the reason why I indicate that he probably will, and I'm just using Carr for example because it's really the only guy I can use for the Raiders, in previous time, is that he played better with lesser players. He did. And don't get me wrong, when Devontae got here, he's best friends with him, dude. So that's massive. They played in college. They got a connection. They practice every single fucking year together. Like, they got a massive connection. So that's big time different. But I've always said, like, outside of it, Carr's always played better with lesser type receivers. So I wonder if Aiden would do the same thing because he wouldn't be so honed into each, like saying his progressions, right? Let's say that he's going through his progressions. What if he's always locking on Devontae to be like, need him to get open, like, okay, he's going to get open right here or something like that. Like, what happens if he's not on the field? And then now when he's looking through, he's like, all right, pow, he sees this dude just getting up. You know what I mean? Like, he's not waiting because of who he is, like I just wonder because he's a rookie, he might get starstruck. You gotta always remember, dude, he just came from college to the NFL. Devontae is a fucking legend, dude. I mean, a lot of people are supposed to just acknowledge that, but look at that dude just recently in the NFL that was on the fucking field, and he's literally got video of him, like, people were filming because he was like, that's my fucking, he's like, I'm about to faint right now. He's like, this is my fucking idol right here. And I'm sitting there thinking like, bro, you're in the NFL too. And then he's like, and I get it. Cause he's just like, this is who I watched my whole life play this game, and now that I'm here, salute James, appreciate you, bro. Now that you're here, dude, you can't just bypass all that shit. It still matters, so that's all I'm trying to say is like, if he would have a better game in this game, man, I'm just going to be honest. I think like, Rudy, you want to add to the conversation?
Yeah, like I was saying, though, it's not the fact of pressure because of Devontae Adams. What it is it's the play calling, the the new OC and all that, they've got to make it easier for the kid. And it's not because of Devontae Adams. Yeah, Devontae Adams should not be going for really deep route passes because this kid ain't going to be able to throw it in front of coverage. Because Devontae's not a speedster. They use him like a speedster. That's the wrong way to use Devontae Adams. They need to use him on hook routes, quick posts. They can be medium posts, but if he's just doing vertical passes, Devontae's going to get hammered. He's going to get double covered and everything. Devontae's ideology is to outmaneuver the corners and not to outrun them, but to outmaneuver them. That's what Devontae Adams needs to be used as. That's not Aiden O'Connell's fault necessarily. That's where the offensive coordinator needs to make routes where it's going to be easier for Aiden O'Connell and his receivers. Use Trey Tucker, for the deep routes on special plays. And that's what you want to do. But right now, though, you can't do these deep routes. They were setting that kid for failure, just like what Josh McDaniels did when we played the Chargers before. You got to have them throw shorter, quicker passes. You got to set up the deep passes from the shorter passes because you can't show like they did this with Derek Carr too. Derek Carr put up a lot of good yardage, but his quarterback rating dropped because he had a lot of incomplete passes. If they had had him do shorter routes or medium routes for his receivers, Derek Carr's quarterback rating would have been a lot better. But if you notice, the Derek Carr's yardage was higher and everything, but they were sandbagging Derek Carr and the rest of the team until we played against the 49ers and the Chiefs last year. Then they weren't sandbagging, and now we do a little sandbagging. And I'm not saying this team's doing it now. We're doing it now. We were doing it with Josh McDaniels even this year. I think they're just making some dumb plays, and I think what they got to do. It doesn't matter if Devontae Adams is here or not. He's still going to face the pressure. He's not going to take the pressure off if he's not playing. He needs to be on the field too. You got to utilize everybody. He's very important. Utilize Devontae Adams where it's not going to be difficult for Aiden O'Connell because Derek Carr could throw those passes to Devontae Adams where Aiden can't, So they need to throw these shorter, easier passes and Devontae can get open quickly on shorter, quicker passes. Those deep vertical passes, they're not going to do any good. They even did that with Jacoby Myers and it didn't work. They got to stop that. That's all I'm saying.
No, I agree. So, Eric, this is another one of your topics of why we're on Aiden. But like I was sitting there thinking no, I do agree. I mean, look, dude, let's be real. The offensive line was way better the first time around, and Aiden got fucking murdered.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, what do you think is going to happen in this damn game, dude? I mean, it's probably going to come back and repeat again. And something that I want to carry off to the conversation, but I do want to bring up this topic because why we're on it is, I'll save this topic, like you said, for after we talk about this one. But like I said, we did have a better offensive line the first time around, dude. And Aiden, dude, I say, you can have a good QBR. If you're not scoring touchdowns, that shit don't mean nothing. So QBR just means you look good at sucking, just like I always say all the time. So long story short, this is your topic right here, over under Aiden's passing yards versus Chargers. So if you want to take on it.
Yeah, okay. So round 2 versus Chargers for Aiden. I forget what his projected number is. I gotta check Prize Picks, but I think it's in the high 200s, and I think there's a chance that he might end up hitting over on it. It may not be no deep passes. It may be a little bit of yak'em or rack, depending on how it goes, how the full game goes. Because I told you we don't know if Devontae's playing or not. Because Devontae does play a factor into the folded game. He's a big key piece. So I would still go with the over, due to the fact that I feel Aiden's more confident this time. Even though our O-line is makeshift, it is a mess. So yeah, Aiden might get murked out there. But I think he's able to shake it off, and keep doing his best. It may be a tough game, but Derwin James in that secondary, Dante Jr. He has to watch out for those two. Because even though Derwin James is injury prone and all that, he's still a very good safety in that secondary. He's somebody he has to prepare and watch out for. But I'm still confident on him hitting the over on those passing yards. Now, last week that was a shame. That was embarrassing.
What is this over? What is this over? Over 200?
I'm gonna tell you right now. On Prize Picks. Give me 1 second.
All right.
1 second.
Because man, I don't know, man. I mean,
Prize Picks. Let me see. Aiden's over is. Wait, is he available? Hold on a second. I took him off. I believe he was like 240. I want to say that.
That he's gonna get 240 yards in this game?
Let me double check. He isn't on here. Give me 1 second.
All right, do me a favor real quick. Let's just say for the fuck of it is 240. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you bring up Aiden's stats real quick? Just put in Aiden O'Connell's stats real fast.
Give me one.
And Google, just in Google. It should pop up his stat bar right away. It should bring up Aiden's all his games all year.
Here. Let me see.
240. I would probably take the under in this one because the reason why is because I think he's only been over that number like 2 or 3, maybe 2-3 times, but he's only also played.
I think it has. It was it. Didn't he throw for that against who was that against?
I know he had like a 270 something game, 278 or 2 something like that one game. But man, he's had a lot of 100, 200 yard games.
Okay,
so
let's see.
And what I would say is like what was his
248 against the Chiefs and 171 against the Vikings. So he's hit 200 twice so far.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And then they're saying 240.
I believe so, but it took my Prize Picks because they don't know if it's going to be him starting or Jimmy.
What is his game against the Chargers the first time? What was his yardage in that one when he got sacked, 7 times?
I'll tell you right now.
Because you know what I mean? Like, if he was fucking... some reason, I still feel like he had a good game in that one, like 200 yards or so, 2-something. I feel like Mac really shook O'Connell the first game, and it's been a bit of a setback. This will be defeating the Dragon game. Will be interesting. I mean, hey, you never know. Mac might have Aiden's fucking number mentally too, bro. You never know when a guy bends you over like that, bro. He takes offense to that shit. Yeah. Mac was slapping them cheeks, bro, like straight up, man.
But nah, Aiden was 238, 24, 39. Yeah, 24, 39, 238.
Hey, look, man, if I'm betting in Vegas, bro, I'm probably taking the under in this one, man. Like, I'm just gonna be sick.
You never know. It might be.
I'm gonna be
sick in that game.
So they're saying, like, in order for me to get paid, I gotta pick 240 and above.
I believe so, but
fuck no. No.
Once Pierce said that he had announced the starter, they took him off Prize Picks. They took him off all the sports betting apps. But it's gonna be Aiden. Jimmy's not playing tomorrow.
How many times did you say Aiden's been over the 240 mark this year? I'm cool on that. Like 300-yard games is average these days. Like we're fucking talking about 240.
Anything's possible.
How many times has he been under 200?
Ooh, come let me see. I'll check for you. Think about it. Hey, Tommy DeVito can win against the Packers, bro. Anything's possible.
Hey, that's facts. That is facts, dude. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
Because that was shocking. If Will Levis could put up 200 plus on the Dolphins, Anything's possible, Dustin.
Hey, look up this dude. Look up this guy real quick. The whoever the quarterback is for the fucking Chargers.
He's
Look him
sick.
up.
Uh,
Let's see what his stats and shit are real quick if you
in
can.
college or pro? Because he hasn't done much. He mustn't have done much pro.
Well, let's look at his pro first. Like, let's start
Well, his
pro. Let's start pro.
179, and that was against Denver, 170, and then you want to go to 2020. He threw for 4 yards. He hasn't played an actual full game until last week. He took over for Herbert when Herbert got hurt.
What's going on, you beaner?
So this Thursday will be his first debut, his actual real game.
Yeah, I think that'll be crazy, dude. I think fucking. So this is gonna be his first real game. He had 179. Did he have any touchdowns? Anything?
0 touchdowns.
Whoa.
That's some fucking. And then, so here's the real question: do you think this guy has a chance to beat us?
Man, look.
No.
Like, you know what I mean?
Look, we let Nick Mullins and Tyson Bagney beat us, bro. Don't surprise me no more. He's sick.
Yeah.
He was Carson Wentz's backup at North Dakota State, so I'm very familiar with him because he slapped my school's ass a few years ago. So I know all about him. I know all about him.
You know who this guy is?
I know all about him. He was Carson Wentz's backup at North Dakota State. I know exactly.
Is he any good?
Over there, yeah, but in the pros, he hasn't played yet. I mean, he had his first
So
game.
do you think, like, for instance, what's this dude's name that's over in the Bengals? Fucking Browning.
Jake Browning, Pac-12
Now,
legend.
do you think, like, this motherfucker can pop up like him?
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
Like, this guy, I mean, come on, man. This guy literally fucking be back up over here and look like he can be a starter right now. Like,
right.
that's the kind of crazy shit, dude. That's the
funny.
kind of, then you start questioning.
He's too
now you start questioning, like, fuck, we pay Burrows over here, or fucking should we trade this motherfucker? Like, I hate football, dude, because at any given moment, some shit like that can fucking happen. And then you're like, did they pay Burrows already? They pay him?
Pay who?
Joe Burrows?
Yeah, he got paid.
Yeah, he got the big money.
Yeah, see? You see? Fuck, that's the kind of shit, dude. I mean, if you're going out there and your fucking backup quarterback's putting up 30-point games, our fucking starters can't put up 30 fucking points, dude. Like,
he's running in touchdowns.
Yeah, that's my point. Our guy can't even throw fucking touchdowns. I mean, that's what his job is. He's fucking quarterback. He can't even throw fucking touchdowns. Like,
but no lie, Aiden's first touchdown with the Chargers was a rushing touchdown. It was a 1-yarder. It wasn't no Lamar 20-yard takeoff, but it was a 1-yarder. Gotta give him that.
I think you gotta get that running game going to get the pressure off of Aiden O'Connell, because if we pass that ball, we're gonna put way more pressure on him. I mean, he's not like Derek Carr who can handle it. Carr's used to throwing the ball a lot. Aiden O'Connell, it's bad for him, very bad.
Does anybody know what's I think this is another your topic, the status for Jacobs?
Yeah, we don't know. Like I told you on the phone, AP said in the presser he doesn't know about the status right now. He's still questionable. But if he's not there, Samir White, please, no. Call Sincere from Pack Squad. Or let Amir Abdullah be RB2. Because this man.
I've heard that they're gonna run three backs on Thursday night.
Sincere McCormick better be one of them three.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why he ain't fucking out there, man.
The closest thing to that team, closest we have to on a team, will be Sincere, because he can catch and he can run. I'd rather have him than Zamir. Zamir's all he's gonna do is put his head down and end up on the grass.
He's gonna run into the back of his player, it's like he's aiming for his ass.
He doesn't follow his blocks.
He fucking runs into the back of his players all the fucking time, dude. I swear. I literally said, you can stick a fucking pole in the middle of the field in broad ass daylight, he gonna hit it, dude. Like, literally. You can put it in the middle of the field in the middle of the night with a big ass fucking green blinking ass fucking light on that bitch, fucking bigger and shit. He gonna be like a bug attracted right to it. He does this shit every fucking game, every time he touches the ball. I can't stand him. And again, I think Sincere should most definitely be the motherfucker out there running, but I don't know why he ain't. So I think it's insane. I don't know why.
Them two.
Yeah.
Them two doing with the ball in their hand, because we've seen what Sincere can do in preseason. I know personally, UTSA. I know I was incarnate word that's down the street from me. I know about him. He's dangerous with the ball in his hand. And if Josh is not there, Samir, I'm sorry, but you got to give it to that man from UTSA. Because you showing us you're not the man to trust with that ball in your hand. We can't trust you. He's like Trent Richardson. Remember that one meme where he's running the ball the opposite way? It's a big hole on the right side for him. That's Samir White. That's Samir White, bro. It's the gap is right there. He goes the opposite way. If Josh ain't there, Mark Davis, Champ, call up Sincere for the practice squad. Just even if it's for one game, let him play, because he can do much better than Zamir can. The worst Sincere can do is fumble. Okay, he can fumble. Okay, no problem with that. I'm okay with that. But Zamir's gonna push us back. Like, let's just say it's 3rd inches, and we just need a little. I can't trust him with that.
Hell no.
I can't trust him with that. I'd rather trust.
He can't see the hole. He can't see the hole. If there was fucking hair on the hole, he couldn't fucking see it. If there's a fucking spotlight aiming down at the hole, he wouldn't be able to see it, dude. Like, literally.
I don't get about with that guy is that, bro, you were in Georgia. You and Zach was like buddies. That was swapping out in the backfield. Why is it Georgia? You could easily find the gaps and run through. But when you get to Vegas, it's like you forget how to run. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Over in Georgia, those gaps were like a fucking semi can run through them. That's why motherfucker run down that bitch, because it was like a fuck. If you couldn't run down that where UPS can drive down that motherfucker, you most definitely shouldn't be playing to begin with.
Right. So look, if Josh ain't there,
basically Richard,
Josh ain't there, Dustin, I'm wrong with Amir, Sincere, and whoever the RB3 is. I don't even know who RB3 is on that team. But
yeah, I looked at the roster. We only got Brandon Bolden, Amir Abdul, and Josh Jacobs.
Well, you know what? Hulk smash. You're gonna be RB3 that game, because
I said that. I said to go back to the Niner game, dude. When Josh came out in the Niner game, Bolden was busting ass in that game, dude. I mean, you can't just look past it, dude. It's all good, bro. I appreciate you, Richard. You got to deal with life too, man. So that's how it is.
Yes, because them can hurt you. Brandon Bolden is a tank. He can find a hole. I don't worry about you, bro. Sincere.
Yeah, I've heard. Like I said, I knew they were only going to run with 3 backs, because I heard them say that they were only rolling with 3 backs.
Well, if Josh ain't there, call Sincere. Yeah. You're gonna be ready as it is. Give him a call.
You know Josh is gonna show up. You know Devontae is gonna show up.
Of course.
And you know, the problem with me is like Josh, he's been injured and been come out. Like if there was a report like Josh has a twisted ankle, he'd be coming back and kicking the fuck out of somebody for 200 yards. But the problem is this year is like he's gonna come out and have fucking two yards per carry, fucking maybe 30, 40 yards. Like, I don't want to do that shit, man. Like, I've said it. If Josh is hurt, just sit the hell out. Let somebody else run the ball. At least somebody may get lucky and get out, you know, just because they don't know what the fuck he's doing. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, just like I said, at the end of the day, what I was going to say, and the other one was, is should we try and win this game? Because at the end of the day, you got to think about this. We are in the exact same division with the Chargers. We have the exact same score. We have the better draft pick. They don't. Do we want to win this game? Like, logic would say, fuck no. Logic would say, hell, I don't want to win this game because I don't want to give you a better draft pick. Like, that's what logic would say, because I'd be like, look, bro, you guys are benching all your guys. It just so happens to be coincidence when you're going to fucking play us. And then you want us to fucking win so you can have the better draft pick. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'd rather fucking lose, keep our draft where the fuck we're at, and you motherfuckers you guys, hey, you might end up with worse draft pick now because you got fucking one more win. Like, fuck no, man. Like, and then that's the question you got to ask yourself. Is it worth winning the game, like, out of pride, or is it at some point the future of our franchise? You know, when you're sitting there and people are talking about, I hear people talking about it a lot right now. We're only in week, what? Are we in week 13? 14, right? So we're in week 14. The thing that I hear a lot of people talking about is like, oh, let's trade up to fucking, 1 or 2. Fuck that. I don't want Caleb. I know that's why they're wanting to trade up there. I don't want fuck Caleb. I'm cool on that, dude. I mean, there's just too much shit going on with that dude, man. Like, there's the coach, fucking everything. Like, if it's just a player trying to play football, I'm cool. I would do it, but there's just too much drama going on with it. So, for me, I've said there's too many better. Like I said, Jaden Daniels, dude, he's a badass. He's going to be a badass motherfucker, dude. So, I'd be happy with him if we were at the 5th pick and was able to get him. You know, like, you got Bo Nix, dude. I mean, Bo Nix is one of the most proven college players. He's one of the most accurate. He's got one of the best winning records in college. He's won against big schools, dude. I mean, he got a great record against big school teams. He's a good fucking player, dude. So for me, when you're looking at these types of players, you don't need to trade up to fucking 1 and 2. And not only that, we're literally sitting right there, right fucking now. We're at 6. So it's like, why would we have to give draft capital if everybody's still sitting right here? You know what I mean? And then it's like I said, you may have Drake Mays fall people are talking about right now. So you may have Drake Mays, you can have Bo Nix, you can have fucking Jaden Daniels, worst case Penix, but I don't want Penix, dude. I mean, I don't want Penix, dude. I'm not for Penix.
Penix hasn't declared yet. He's playing Saturday. But what about this, Dustin? What if we strike out on all the quarterbacks? Let's just say hypothetically they're all off the board. What about Jordan Travis in the 2nd round, the 3rd round?
Yeah, that's facts.
Because if he's healthy though, because Jordan Travis is a dog, and if he was not hurt, they'd be playing.
But what way are you playing him though? Corner, receiver?
No. Jordan Travis.
You said Jordan Travis. You said Jordan. My bad.
Jordan Travis.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Like if he was healthy, like 2nd round, 3rd round. Let's say we miss on a quarterback. I wouldn't mind Jordan Travis 2nd, 3rd round. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, but that's my point though. Is like, if you're sitting at 5 right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or 6. We're at 6, right?
Yeah.
How are you going to miss on a quarterback? If you fucking miss on a quarterback at 6 right now, you pretty fucking dumb. Like, literally pretty fucking dumb. Like, there's just no fucking way. And then that's where my point comes back down to. You've already swapped out Carr for fucking Jimmy Hoyer and fucking Aiden. That shit ain't work. You could have went after Stroud, but fucking Josh McDaniels fucked us. At what point do you got to just say, like, enough's enough, So no matter if we're at 5 or at 6, dude, and you have to trade to, like, fucking 3 or 4, then that's what you got to do. I mean, in this draft, you cannot just sit back and be like, no. And I've said it, if it's gonna be fucking Harbaugh, dude, and he wants his own dude like JJ McCarthy or something, he's gonna get him in round 2 or something, then whatever, you know what I mean? That's different. He knows who he is, he knows what he can do. So I'm not gonna argue what he would do in that case. But let's be fucking real. I mean, if you're sitting here at fucking the top 5, 6 pick, look, dude. Okay, I would probably have a problem with it. I'd have a problem with Harbaugh taking McCarthy in round 2 when you got dudes like Jalen Daniels right here. Like, that's the kind of shit. Like, do you think that J.J. McCarthy's better than him? You think he's better than him? Do you think he's better than Bo Nix? Yeah, come on. I know you don't like Bo, but answer it honest. Just
I don't like him, but he's not better than Bo. He's younger.
Yeah, he's not.
He's younger.
And Bo's only 23 years old, man.
Man,
Bo's guy like fucking old ass guy.
I mean 30.
That guy 23 years old. You know what I mean? So, like, for me, that's all I'm saying, dude. You got a lot of good people. You think he's better than Drake Mace?
Who? Bo Nix?
No, McCarthy.
McCarthy? No. He had a better team. I give him that. You know, Donovan Edwards, Crum. He had a better team, better player. No.
Yeah, and that's all I'm trying to say is like when we're sitting here that we can add somebody to our roster, that's got great talent. I would be pissed. I would like that. Part of me would be like, okay, I trust Harbaugh, but the other part of me is like, okay, if you're not getting Jaden, then you're gonna get Kool-Aid. Is that what you're gonna tell me? Like, you're gonna get Kool-Aid and justify that pick? Fuck that. Like, I'm not fucking. I'm not fuck over Daniels.
Not that early, no. I'll take Kool-Aid later.
Hell, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, who are you taking to justify that pick at that point? You know what I mean? Right. Like, so for me, dude, like I said, I don't see any way of not getting an actual big name quarterback this year. We are getting somebody that's going to have a fucking name behind him out of this draft this year.
He'll be mobile. He won't be a statue. He'll be mobile.
Yeah. And then that's why I said, at what point do you sit here and say, like, they're already, the Chargers trying to wrap it in already? Like, at what point do we sit here and be like, yeah, fuck you motherfuckers, we're going to try to wrap it in too, and we're just going to let Mac feast on Aiden, we're going to let fucking Crosby feast on fucking whatever this other dude's fucking name is, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then let best man win defensively, because I don't know, man. I mean, Aiden ain't been over. Fuck. That's why I said when you said 240, I was like, fuck, I don't know about all that, dude. I mean, this fucking guy, he ain't watch him have fucking 3 touchdown game, fucking bullshit. And then are we gonna be like, oh, Aiden's good, dude? Or are we gonna be like, yeah, Staley fucking didn't want to win that game, motherfucker? Because there ain't nothing that indicated at any time that a team was physically actually playing that this motherfucker can do that. So that's the kind of shit. That's all I'm trying to say is like games like these can just misrepresent people or how people are going to judge them, shit like that. The Chargers are wrapping it up. They've literally just said, like, we're done. Like, they literally said, dude, and I get it. They're probably not going to go for a quarterback. I get it, dude, but fuck, that's still another spot we're down and to them. So screw that shit, man, but what if they went quarterback? That'd be the craziest shit. Staley would get fired right then and there. Fucking
on site.
Oh, he'd be fired right there. Yeah, fuck, right there in the draft, national TV, dude. Like, fucking guy, he's gonna get fired right after the season. I mean, they said Bill Belichick, dude, isn't gonna be the fucking coach for the New England Patriots. So I don't know. I know, fucking, we already talked on Mac, dude, because that's what this wasn't even, I gave this one to AJ because he came up with one, but I was like, how you going to stop Khalil Mack from killing fucking Aiden, you know what I mean? Rudy, you have anything you want to add, bro?
Well, I will say that, if the Chargers do, they start tanking, they're not going quarterback. They can go for another corner, or they can go linebacker or another edge rusher. You never know, because Joey Bosa can't stay healthy, so they could end up like finding. They won't get rid of him right now, but they could, like within maybe 2 or 3 years, find a successor. You just never know. Or they could go O-line. But because they need a defensive tackle is what they need more, because they do not stop the run very well. They need that to clog up the holes, because we've been running on them like crazy, because Josh Jacobs has been a problem for the Chargers, and I don't know. Or they could go for corners sometimes. They could go for Kool-Aid if he's available. And I'd love for us to get a quarterback and get Kool-Aid at the same time, which is not impossible. But, it just depends on how we if we, what we do, There's all kinds of possibilities.
Nope, you're right. I kind of want to hit on a few things before we end out with this, but there's so you still have your topic, but we'll talk about that more towards the end, because we'll talk about that more towards the end. There's more of a topic that's Davis, dude, that's been quoted Al fucking, I hate that I even fucking say Al before I say Mark Davis's scrub ass. But there's been report and article that Mark Davis on the head coaching job, he said it's wide open. The buck stops with me. Let's get it right this time around. Now, when you sit there and think about that, he was sitting there saying like he was advocating AP, which I told people the whole time, like, yeah, he did not fire that fool to get him. And then fucking now you're sitting there saying like he ain't advocating AP. He ain't even saying like, yeah, AP's our guy. He's going to be the dude going forward. He's literally saying like, hey, it's a wide open. We're getting calls from everywhere. We're getting calls from people's managers, fucking this, that, the other. Literally saying like he knows he's fucked up, dude, in the deals, and that this time he wants to get it right. So I've said it, dude. I've said like I really strongly believe like they are going after Harbaugh until Harbaugh signed by Michigan. I believe that's his pick is who he's going to go for, dude, because he's the only guy that has the success in his career. So if you're sitting there indicating that, the buck stops with me, dude, that we need to get it right this time around, there's no other guy out there that has the credentials he has. And I've said it, dude, like I like Eric Bieniemy, like as the play caller who he is, because I've said, like, if you look at Washington, he's playing pretty well, but that dude's a woman beater too, dude, and we don't fuck around with that shit over here. So I don't think that he's going to be a candidate, dude. So outside of it, I said I think it has to be Harbaugh, no matter what, until he's not on the board anymore. Period, dude. And I think Mark don't want to fuck this one up either, because he's been looked at so many fucking times about it over and over and over and over, dude. Like I think he's getting tired of people telling him like, hey, every few years you're changing, dude. I think there was a stat that came out just the other day that indicated that in Al Davis's dying times and his fucking dying times of him running the franchise pretty much runs the same exact, fucking stat for coaches hired, win percentage, win-losses, over the tendency of Al doing it and Mark doing it and the end of his deal, and it is fucking ridiculously stupid how close it is. And the difference is Al went to playoffs and everything in his time. Fucking Mark ain't fucking done shit yet. He ain't got no wins over there or anything, dude. It's just fell. So I think, honest to God, that he most definitely wants to get it right this time around. You want to have anything you want to add to it, Rudy? Or?
Yeah, it's difficult, and not going to go with AP and everything. You fire Josh McDowns, you're setting it. You're not going to win this game. There's no point. So yeah, I'm sure he's looking for a head coach. He may not say anything or anything, but a lot of media saying, "Oh, he's not looking for a head coach," but I'm sure he is. Just because the media says things doesn't mean it's always what they say. I've heard it on YouTube and everything, like Black and White Sports. I would say they're looking for they're going to be looking at everybody as much as they can. I would say that I looked at, there was an offensive coordinator for from the Detroit Lions that could be a candidate for a head coach. So in case Jim Harbaugh doesn't come to us, but it just depends. We got to sometimes look, maybe Jim Harbaugh might not be our head coach. Maybe he'll stay in Michigan, or maybe the Chargers beat us to it and they take him,
Yeah, because he has spoke
yeah.
on that Herbert and that team. So,
Yeah.
boy, if that happens, we are like straight fucked.
Yeah.
We're gonna just straight get fucking beat on. We're just gonna get beat on like rag dolls, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Eric, you have anything you want to add to it? He said Mark loves having all the tension build up around his decision. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, man. That fucking guy, he's a next level motherfucker. I'll tell you that. So I've said, I think fucking, Mark, dude. I've said I've never liked him, dude. I've never liked that guy at all, man. Like I said, when Al walks into the stadium, people are staring at him. When people look at Mark over there, he's eating chicken wings. Like. It's just shit like that. It's just shit like that. That shit matters when you're looking at a fucking NFL team. You know what I mean? So it ain't no just backyard fucking school. It's an NFL team. So I just hate how he just rides the coattails, the money. I mean, that's all he's about is money, dude. I mean, fuck, he went from 300 million to 2.3 billion. You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane. Mark loves, yeah, I just think fucking, I don't know. Either way, I just wanted to bring that up. Fucking, we can talk about your topic real quick, and then we're gonna talk about what do we think their like yards and shit'll be for the players, and then we'll get out of here because I don't think we're gonna be able to have the pregame. It's at like 3:00. We'd have to have it at like 3:00. So I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to. I got too much shit going on. All right. Basically, it says, should we trade Devontae Adams in order to get a cornerback, and if we use our first pick to get a quarterback? I hope that's the same topic, right? It's all the one.
It's a little bit. What it's saying is we're more likely going to use our first round pick. We could trade with either a team like depends on where they're at, the Jets or the Giants. Trade with them for Devontae. And if the Jets are involved in there, they could we could trade Devontae for them. Uh-oh.
What happened?
I'm echoing for some reason.
Oh, did it go away?
Let me see. Okay, it stopped. Yeah, if you trade him for with the Jets, this is what we could end up doing. We could end up getting the quarterback we need, and we could also get a corner possibly. The Jets get an extra, get Devontae Adams. They sacrifice their, first round pick, and we get a quarterback and a corner, a shutdown corner, and then we could draft a defensive tackle in the second round or a safety, either way. I mean, that's what we need to do, because right now, if you look at our outside corners, it's Nate Hobbs and Amik Robertson right now. Of course, they'll rotate Jones with Amik, but it's if you get this guy in, he'll be a starter right now. If we get that Kool-Aid guy, if we get him, I mean it's a possibility. I don't know if the Raiders, if they're gonna, the wise thing would be to trade Devontae Adams, but Devontae may not want to go to the Jets. He may not want to. He'll say, "Well, I don't mind Aaron Rodgers, but their O-line is bad, and Aaron Rodgers, I'm afraid he can't stay healthy, and I don't trust Zach Wilson, the quarterback, That's the problem because the Jets have a bad O-line, and so if we traded with Buffalo, we wouldn't have a chance to get Kool-Aid, but we'd have a better chance if we traded to the Jets, though. I was looking at the mock. We'd have
too far out.
Yeah, but I think we would have a better chance of getting a good corner and a good quarterback all in the first round. That would be an A+ grade in my book.
If we got a good corner and a what?
And a good corner and a good quarterback, both.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it might. It's not impossible to do. It's very possible, but that depends on who our general manager is and our head coach, because Mark Davis doesn't know this shit, He just doesn't know, But yeah,
So do you
that's all I
think?
got. So
Do you think that they're going to trade him for sure? Like, do you think it's a good possibility, or do you
well,
think it's talk?
I think it's a good possibility, and it's not talk. They're not going to say anything. They're really not going to say nothing. They're going to keep it quiet for a while. But I think it's a possibility because if you got to look at not at the demeanor of Devontae, he's not happy. He doesn't want to be on a rebuilt team, and he's a good wide receiver. And logically, this isn't emotion. This is logically. Logically, it's not a good fit for him right now to be in the Raiders right now. It was a better fit when they had Derek Carr. That logically that was a good fit, and it's a bad fit to have some quarterback we don't know if we're going to get. He wants to go to a team that wants to win. He wants a championship. He does not want to go into a team that he doesn't know. There's too many variables. I think he would want to be traded. He might be quiet right now, but he will start talking. He will be.
Well, he literally walked out of the locker room in the last game.
Yeah.
Not the interview.
Oh yeah,
or nothing.
you can see it. Yeah, he's gonna talk to eventually. Say, yeah, trade me. That's what he'll say.
Do you think that Do you think that the Raiders can get the Jets' first-round pick for him?
They can if Devontae wants it. The Jets would love to take Devontae. They'd sacrifice that first-round pick. They would. They'd do it. Buffalo would sacrifice their first-round pick, though. They'd love to do the trade.
Yeah, but see, this is where this is my point. If the Jets would do the first-round pick, theirs is going to be like top 5. Why would they do it with any other team then?
Well,
or take
right
anything
now,
less than a first round pick like that?
Yeah, all the mock drafts are a little different. Right now, we're at number 6. They got the Jets at number 7. They got the Giants at, I don't know why they got number 8. But it could change it dramatically. But it depends on where we go at too. I still would try to trade him to the Jets, or if we trade him to the Buffalo Bills, because that's a team that really wants him. But it's not about who wants Devontae. It's where Devontae's willing to go to, because he'll have a say in the trade. He'll say, you know what? No, I won't do it. He will have a say because he's a well-known star.
That's why I say you'd have to push him to the Jets.
Jets or
you'd have
Buffalo.
To push him to the Jets if you're not. Well, who's he going to go to the Buffalo for?
Well, Buffalo would be their first-round pick, but it'll be a late first-round pick, and Kool-Aid will be gone by then.
Devontae would just turn down the trade. He'd be like, I ain't going to Buffalo.
Well, he might want to go to Buffalo. He likes Josh Allen's a gun-ho shooting quarterback. He wants a quarterback that's good. He does not want and they're a playoff caliber team, or they're looking like they're not. But that would be a team he would go to. The Jets aren't really. I mean, they could be a playoff caliber team. It's their defense that's a playoff caliber. Their offense is really bad. But if they could keep Aaron Rodgers healthy, then yeah, they could be a playoff team. But it's crazy. There's a lot of question marks there. But the thing is, will Devontae want to go to New York, or would he rather prefer Buffalo? Because I'm thinking he'd rather prefer Buffalo because they have a lot of weapons there. They are more playoff bound than the Jets are. And I'm going by the logical part, not the emotional.
I mean, if Rodgers is in there, why would Buffalo be more playoff
if he's healthy
bound?
And they could. Well, if that's the problem with Aaron Rodgers, though, and remember, Aaron Rodgers played, and he wasn't injured that much with the Packers, and he struggled a lot. And the AFC division is much tougher than the NFC. And he looked Aaron Rodgers looked pretty good in the preseason. And then when he played in his first game, he got hurt really quickly to that Achilles injury, But, I would say it depends on Aaron Rodgers. You never know. Devontae might say, you know what? I'll take a chance. I'll roll the dice. I'll go to New York, Never know. But if he does that, We could get a guy like Kool-Aid, though. Whether it's our pick or New York's pick. If New York is before us, then we'll use the New York pick to get a quarterback, and we'll use our pick, first-round pick, to get Kool-Aid. That'd be a great pick. It would be a great move on the Raiders. Devontae will be happy to be where he's, with Aaron Rodgers again, I guess. I don't know if he would or wouldn't. I don't think he has a problem with Aaron Rodgers. I think what it was is that he knew Rodgers was going to go and everything. Or actually, he was gone when Rodgers was still with Green Bay, and he just didn't think that he would be productive anymore. And I think that if he had never left Green Bay, he would have still did good, like with Aaron Rodgers. He did good with us last year, but now that Derek Carr's gone, he doesn't want to be here anymore. And I think we'll have to see. I mean, if it was me, I would attempt to trade him to the Jets and hope that Devontae will want that trade. But any other team, you can't just trade him to any other team, because you trade him to a sorry team, he'll be like, no. I mean, he's just going through the same thing J.J. Watt went through with the Houston Texans. He said, trade me, and he went to the Cardinals, who had a better chance at going to the playoffs than the Houston Texans at the time, when they got rid of almost everybody. But I'd say
I ain't gonna. No, that what?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, what were you gonna say?
Nothing more. I just saying, J.J. Watt, he wanted to go. He wanted to go to a winning team. He didn't want to be on a rebuild, and he was an older player. And Devontae Adams is an older player himself. He doesn't want to go to a rebuild. He feels like he's wasting his career on nothing. So yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like at the end of the day, if we're gonna give, so for instance, with the Jets, Roger can tell them to trade for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rodgers can say, like, it's gonna be worth our first round pick.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what Rodgers will tell him is, what receiver are you gonna give with that pick that's better than him? Literally.
Yeah.
And if Aaron is there to win Super Bowls, then you're going to give up what Aaron asks you to do.
Yeah.
So I would see Devontae going to the Jets before I would see him even thinking about the Buffalo. And again, you got to remember, Adams can turn down the trade at any given time. Because I'm pretty sure he has a no trade clause in his deal, so he can be like, yeah, I ain't going there.
Yeah.
But when you're talking
that's
about
where they're
Rodgers,
gonna have to talk to him. Yeah.
When you're talking about Rodgers, like, that's already a given. Like,
Rodgers loves Devontae. Yeah. Yeah.
And Devontae's not gonna be like, no, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
so.
Yeah, if Devontae Adams wants to go to the Jets, he'll go to the Jets, because it's like two magnets. You got them connected; they stick together, and I think that with the Jets, they love to have an extra receiver. With Wilson and Devontae Adams, that would be and I'm talking about the wide receiver Wilson. It would be a good matchup for them. But the problem with the Jets is they need to work on their O-line. But
those guys, dude, if they had Wilson and Adams and fucking Devontae, they would be dangerous as fuck. Like, they would be dangerous. Yeah, because fucking the difference is more times than not, this is the problem. More times than not, you end up with a quarterback that don't know how to use those two type motherfuckers. And in this case, you got a quarterback that can most definitely slay it with both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference, man. More times than not, you're lucky if you can get a guy that can throw it to one guy.
Yeah.
Let alone be able to throw it to both of them. if Rodgers has both of them, they're gonna put up massive yards. They're gonna put up massive yards. They're gonna have big seasons.
He compete against the Dolphins and Buffalo, you know.
I mean, as long as he doesn't get injured like he did in the beginning of the season, the reality is Rodgers. I mean, he can destroy your life over there with two players like that.
Yeah, so, it's a good possibility, you know. But you know, it just depends on what it is. I mean, that's a deal. But the thing is, though, is that will the Raiders be even thinking about that? That's the question. Will they think about trading Devontae, or will they just say they want him to restructure, and then Devontae says no, and then, you know, because there's got to be trade. There's got to be trade. I know people don't like to hear this, but we got to think logically. We've got to add more revenue to our salary cap to pay for more players, because we will go over the cap once we start signing players, you know.
Yeah, I mean, and that's facts, and we're only going to be projected around $50 million, dude. If we were to move off Renfro and Devontae, we can be upwards of fucking 70 mil to $80 million, dude. I mean, you can't just fucking negligate that, dude. I mean, you got to say, like, hey, there's reality with $80 million fucking dollars. You can change a lot of shit with our team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to say is like at the end of the day, dude, you gotta, if you're trying to get better, dude, you can't get better by not having money.
Yeah, you're because you don't want these guys. When Josh McDaniels started getting,
you talk for a minute. I'm gonna run in here and grab something. I'm gonna grab something to drink before the store closes. So talk for a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. Like I was saying, everybody, when Josh McDaniels got, you know, Devontae Adams for Derek Carr. You know, Derek Carr was willing to play with just a one-year contract. In fact, in some ways, he still was playing a one-year contract. It was just that his $19 million was turned guaranteed. That originally wasn't guaranteed, because Reggie McKenzie gave Derek Carr a big contract back then, but his last year would not be guaranteed. And, you know, but with the Raiders, you know, with us right now without a quarterback, it's not fair to keep Devontae Adams because this is a rebuild. I mean, it's not a total rebuild, but, you know, it's still a rebuild, you know. I mean, Josh McDaniels, like I said, he got arrogant and he wanted a quarterback of his own. He knew he couldn't get a quarterback of his own last year. Jarrett Stidham is all he could get, you know. He wanted to wait. I think he was scheming for next year to get Jimmy Garoppolo. But, yeah. What do I think of Mark Davis? I think Mark Davis is naive and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't know football too well. You know, he doesn't look at everything too well. I think he's somewhat like, I wouldn't even call him a bandwagon fan either. But, you know, he's made some terrible decisions. Remember, Reggie McKenzie had the power of an owner at one time. After Al Davis had passed, Mark Davis had hired Reggie McKenzie. Reggie McKenzie cleaned house, and then he wanted Gruden. He was getting frustrated after the Raiders went to the playoffs as a wild card team with no Derek Carr, and he's like, you know, we need a coach, and they've been wanting Gruden, you know, and Gruden was the guy because he's a winner, you know, and then Gruden was the guy, and Mark Davis is so happy, like, you know, but yeah. Who should be advising Mark Davis? Oh, I could think of a lot of people who could do it. I think Rich Gannon would be a good advisor. He knows the game very well, but then there's also Tom Brady, much as I don't like Tom Brady. But Tom Brady would be a better advisor. He knows the game better. He could tell him how to improve the offense. And, yeah, Tom Brady knows how to fix offenses, you know. You got a good defensive coordinator, maybe not the greatest, but he's a good defensive coordinator, and you get like Tom Brady working on that, and you can build that team into a Super Bowl team. It just depends on your head coach and a general manager. I wouldn't make Tom Brady the general manager, but I'm sure Tom Brady would know what general manager to hire, you know. But Tom Brady is an offensive mind, and he would actually be a good advisor for Mark Davis because Brady knows football. He knows offenses, you know. he would be he would be, much as I don't like Tom Brady, I'm just going logically, he would be a game changer as a advisor for Mark Davis, but yeah, that is a good question you just gave me, Owl's Ghost, that was a really good question. That was of who should be advising Mark Davis, because Mark Davis is extremely naive, very naive. But yeah,
he is.
Yeah, and when you have a naive owner, and he made some.
He's naive because he doesn't know shit. What did you say? You said it was echoing?
Yeah.
Did it go away?
I think it's a little StreamYard. Let me see. Echo. Nope, no echo.
Say again?
Oh, I was making sure if it was echoing and it didn't. Yeah, StreamYard can be a little crazy. But
it's not. It's because I started my pickup and it went to my speaker on my car.
Yeah. Like I said, when you have a naive guy that just wasn't meant to be an owner, I think you need to do is need a president that'll maybe just like if you got Tom Brady being an owner, maybe I hate to say this, maybe make him the president or advise. I don't think Tom Brady wants that. I think he'd rather just be an advisor. But I think right now we need a GM who's going to look at things. I mean, I think we still have good scouts, and most of these scouts that Ziegler used are actually Mike Mayock's scouts.
Well, you have to also remember that. You got to remember, Tom Brady got the 10-year, $400 million contract with fucking Fox. So, I mean,
yeah,
I don't know how much of an advisor or how much shit he can really do with the Raiders. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, if that's what he was going to do, I don't think he should be doing the broadcasting. You know what I mean? And then, I don't know how rules work against that, dude, because they would probably be like, he probably can't be speaking on shit like that when he's a broadcaster. One, because he's getting information on all the teams across the whole fucking NFL, which can benefit him. So, like I said, I don't know. There could be a lot of rules and shit against stuff like that. So, I don't know if he does get partial ownership, is it for down the road? If he does do that, does he not take the contract with Fox? All those things will have to start coming into question.
Yeah, it's a little crazy, but But if anything, if there's another kind of person that could be an advisor, I said Rich Gannon could be a good advisor, because he knows the game too.
Oh man, that guy's a fucking whack job, dude. I'm good on that, man. Get Charles Woodson. Like, I'd rather have Charles Woodson, dude. Like, Woodson already said Woodson just said recently in recent deal, he said. They asked him, "Hey, bro, why don't you come coach the corners, dude? We'd love to see how you do with the corners." And he said, "Nah, I'd rather have fucking ownership." That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
He said, "Nah."
I don't think Woodson wants that responsibility. I think he likes where he has right now. He's living the good life right now,
Well, whiskey and shit, but fuck, I bet you'd love to live the great life being a fucking Raider fucking owner for the Raiders.
Yeah.
The team that he embasses bigger and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know how, like, that's the other thing too, is I don't know, like, would he be the right owner? You know what I mean? Like, I would rather have Gruden over him because Gruden at least knows the ins and outs of it versus fucking. I don't think he would know anything about it.
I think Charles Woodson would vouch for Gruden to be the owner of the Raiders because he likes Gruden.
Fuck, hella people like Gruden, dude. I mean,
he would want to be the owner.
If Gruden got the clear and came back as a Raider, nobody's gonna fucking argue. You might get fucking people that are haters that sit and say like, "Oh fuck, here goes Japan." You know, I mean, people are gonna be happy as fuck to see Gruden back. They're gonna be all kind of motherfuckers like, "Hell, fuck yeah." And that's facts, dude. Because no matter how people feel or not, dude, they know at the end of the day, Gruden is a fucking Raider, bro. Like that's who he is. Yeah. He's a Raider inside and out. No, there ain't like if you were to fucking test loyalty, dude, like, oh hell, you pull his teeth, dude, he's still gonna switch from the Raiders. Even being traded to fucking Tampa, he's still a Raider. You know what I mean? Like he's loyal as fuck, dude. That's why I said like if somebody was gonna get ownership, I would go the Gruden route. But I've said it, dude, like. And I'm going to keep saying it until further notice, dude, that Harbaugh is yet to be pulled off that fucking deal. I don't give a fuck. Mark better start emptying his fucking pockets, dude. He better go up there and sell shares to Tom and get his money to pay fucking Jim. You know, like literally if that's the problem, you know, but I can't see it being the problem because I literally spoke on it multiple times about Mark being fucking cash broke and then got fucking proven wrong. So I know he's not cash broke. I know that fool can pay that shit no problem. So the only thing is like I said, like I've said it, dude, I'd give him $20 million a year. I don't give a fuck, dude, because he will change our shit. And like it doesn't, dude, we're just gonna be playing the guessing game. That's all we're going to play. Is this guy going to do it? Is that guy? If we get this guy, is he going to get that guy? If he gets that guy, is he going to get this? Can he do this? Are we keeping him? Or are we getting rid of that guy? Like, that's what's going to happen. There's going to be so many questions going back and forth because nobody knows what the fuck's going to happen. If Harbaugh comes in here, everybody already knows what's going to happen. You ain't got to ask those questions. You don't got to debate. You don't got to, oh, is it this, that? They already know. So that conversation's over and done with. He's going to fucking get down to the bare core, dude, fucking get his people, and then fucking go from there. And that's where I think we truly need to be, dude. Like, I've said it, dude, like, face him and them, we're going to still have another year, so he'd be good depth, dude, and he's still, and in Jack Jones, he can still be a good ad. Our linebackers are still pretty good across there, you know, but we still have a lot of questions with a lot of players there, dude, safeties, D-ends, D-tackles. I mean, there's a lot of questions still on that defensive side of the ball. Then you're looking at the offense, dude. I mean, every single game keeps indicating more and more to just get rid of the offensive line. I mean, that's literally what every single game keeps saying is get rid of the offensive line, man, because I've said it. I like Colton, dude, but fuck, if he's just going to keep getting injured every single game now, every other game, I mean, what happens if it becomes this issue where this is what I think it is like, what if Colton starts saying, like, I'm injured because he don't want to play in games that don't matter? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of shit where I'd get scared at because then he's picking and choosing. You know, like, what is that in basketball? Load management? Like, that's exactly what they're doing. Fucking basketball tonight, my dudes fucking killed it, bro. I mean, I literally had Wembley, or Wembayoma, or however you say his name. I literally had that full activated. I had AD activated, and I had fucking Giannis activated, dude. I don't fuck all three of them bitches fucking slayed tonight. But that's all I'm saying. I didn't want to get off the topic, but I just thought I had to say that because I was looking at that shit. But that's all I'm saying is, like, for our team, we got a lot of holes here, dude. And I mean, what happens if we come back next year, Colton plays for fucking X amount, and then we get to another point where we're at a problem, then all of a sudden he just starts coming up injured again. You know, like I've said, dude, even like Trent Williams or people like that, they don't try to stay out at all. Like, even injury or not, like, they don't want to stay out. They want to be in there, dude. And I don't know. And I'm not saying Colton doesn't, dude. And I'm not implying that, all right? So
I think he came in too soon. Yeah. I think he wanted to play, and he got hurt from doing it, you know, because he wanted to come back, and I think it was too soon for him. Sometimes you got to sit it out, and those injuries. But if you think, I don't think Colton Miller is an injury-prone guy. He's been healthy most of the time. But
Yeah,
he's
but
not
then
like
you're seeing it
Joey
with Josh.
Bosa.
You see it with Josh right now. Fucking again, what he does every
Well-
year. Usually, the only time Josh isn't injured if it was contract year. Literally, it was the only fucking time he wasn't injured. Like, motherfucking contract year, Josh never got injured just fine. Every year besides that in his career, fuck, he's been damn near injured every single time. I feel like everybody at this point, dude, is all starting to come up injured. If anything is just coincidence, dude, that it's all everybody just all at one fucking time. Our team, the
injuries
Chargers,
are
everybody
complicated. I mean, the Chargers got a lot more injuries than we do. I mean, Joey Bosa, I think Joey Bosa is super injury prone, and Khalil Mack's the main guy. I've been saying it forever that when they got Khalil Mack, he became the guy.
Here's the other question too: is that what if it? So for one, Mark Davis advocated that he wanted AP to be the head coach, right? He was the one that brought it up. He was the one that said it. Everybody was talking that bullshit. How come when they interview him, he says it's wide open? We're taking interviews from all kinds of people's managers. Fucking, if he was advocating AP, he would have been like, AP is the strong candidate here for the Raiders. We're really looking into him, and we'll have to see from there. But that's not what he fucking said. He didn't say a fucking thing about that, dude. Like, he literally said, he literally said that we're taking interviews from other people's managers. We're stacking it, dude. Fucking, like, this fool ain't fucking it, showing any indication that he was like, yeah, we're AP's our fucking guy going forward, or he's going to be, it just, like I said, Mark, he has no loyalty to anything. And I've always said, like, why do you got to lie about those type of things? Why don't you just come out from the get-go and say, like, hey, Josh is fucking fired. We have to hire somebody. If he has a good fucking showing, we'll give him an interview. Why do you got to make all that bullshit conversation where they're like, oh, he could be a real shot? And the reality I've said from the entire time, not being biased or not to him, I've said he ain't qualified to be. So that was just plain simple fact. And then outside of it, dude, it just starts all kind of controversy, all kinds of things. And then that's what makes me wonder. Like I was talking about the whole time. Dude, Patrick Graham should have been the goddamn head coach, and his defense is playing like a motherfucking bat out of hell. So why the fuck didn't he get the fucking head coaching job? And then the things why I know why. Because at the end of the day, when you're in the head coaching position and you're going to try to fucking move on or justify getting rid of somebody, how do you justify to other NFL teams that you got to move on from Graham? They're going to be like, yeah, I don't buy that shit. They're going to be like, Graham's playing at a high level. That defense is playing at a very good level. This, that, the other. Like, it's going to be hard as fuck to have that conversation with other NFL teams. But if you say that with fucking AP, they're going to be like, oh, no, he was too early. He didn't have enough time. He didn't have, so many things. They're going to say all kind of shit, and it's going to be easy to move on from that conversation. So I've said it, dude. I feel like he just set that up to begin with. I just wish that, for one, I wish the Raiders organization was just more upfront with their actual fans, because the problem with me with the Raiders is that they bullshit motherfuckers, and then at the end they're like, oh yeah, we're going to do the exact opposite of what we've been telling you the whole fucking time. So just come out and be like, yeah, we're not going to get that motherfucker. Yeah, we're going to fire that motherfucker. Yeah, he's playing for his fucking life. Like, just be fucking honest. Be honest about what the fuck it is you're doing and talking about with our team, So I think get so many people in twisted conversation because they're being lied to all the fucking time. Like, they're being lied to all the fucking time, man. It's not even funny. But what do you think? Fucking, I said played some share in some collective. Guys like Woodson and Gannon should be owners slice for their sacrifices. How showing proper due diligence, at least on the surface. Yeah, I mean I think that's all it is just like an RPO, like to make other people be like, hey, they're at least looking or doing something. I mean, fuck, dude, for the owner, I wouldn't have a problem with Brady being a part owner because I've said he's smart as fuck, dude. He knows his shit, dude. Like that guy is he is no fucking slouch, dude. He knows how to look at players. He knows evaluation. He knows development. He knows, what works, what don't work, dude. I mean, he's literally done it at the highest level of anybody to ever even play the game. So, I mean, for me, I'm 1,000% all for Brady doing it. And I mean, I've even said Gruden, if he's just an advisor to the deal and ownership, I mean, I would have no problem because when Mark goes, dude, I've said it either got to be Brady or fucking John, one of the two. And if John wins this case, dude, he might have enough money to just own the Raiders outright.
Yeah, I think the only way that, like I said, with John Gruden is if the NFL settles with Gruden and then fires Roger Goodell. I think that's the only reason Gruden would settle. He wants Roger Goodell gone. That's his main reason. He wants him gone.
They're about
if he's
to
gone,
broadcast
then they give him a settlement.
They're about to broadcast the hearing.
Yeah.
Yep, between
Yeah, the
Gruden
NFL
and
doesn't
Goodell.
want that to go because once it goes, it's going to look bad, and then the NFL knows that they're going to have to try to settle with Gruden rather than go to court. They don't want to go to court.
Gruden ain't going to settle. He already said he said there is no check they can write to have him settle. He's not going to do it.
It's not the check that it is.
He
what
said,
it is
he
if
said,
Roger Goodell's gone.
He said, burn that motherfucker down. That's exactly what he said. I'm going to burn that motherfucker down.
Like I said, there is one way to end it really quickly. Get rid of Roger Goodell and settle with Gruden. I think Gruden's doing it so that Roger Goodell can be gone. His idea is to get rid of Roger Goodell.
Gruden's like, get rid of him. Let me be commissioner. That is crazy. Crazy.
Oh, man, you know what? The refs, he'd say, you're fired, you're fired. He doesn't like how the refs make bad.
No, dude, he was
bad
fucking.
calls,
Dude, can you imagine if Gruden became commissioner, dude? That'd be the craziest shit.
That'd be the craziest shit. If I became the commissioner, I'd be getting rid of these old refs like crazy. And the ones that make bad calls said you're fired, Be a lot of refs getting fired.
In a heartbeat.
Yep.
That's how I feel. That's exactly how I feel. Fucking.
Yeah.
What the hell happened? Dudes were boxing it out over here. Yeah, that was Giannis's brother. I don't know. How do you feel like this game's going to go tomorrow?
Oh man, it's going to be unpredictable. I think it's going to be who's going to tank the best. That's what it's going to be. I don't think they're going to try to win it, and I think the Raiders are the same way. The worst scenarios, we tie with the Chargers. And if that ties, I don't know what that pie thing means. I guess I get half of the pie and pie myself in the face or something. I don't know. Or not at all. It's avoided or something,
What was I thinking? Fucking. How come they didn't flex the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, why didn't they give the Thursday night game to somebody else that fucking another team or something that matters? Why do you give a primetime game to two fucking shit ass teams with no starting quarterback?
Yeah, well, it was set up already that way, though. They thought
you can
that
flex the game out. You can flex the game. You can fucking go put another team playing Sunday on Thursday for sure.
Yeah, they don't do that though.
Yeah, that's stupid as hell because we're over here we're over here gonna play this fucking game. Like, we're gonna play this game, and I mean, again, it's a primetime game, dude, and there's nobody here. Knock knock, who's there? Nobody. Literally.
Yeah, I won't be able to see the game because it's going to be on cable.
In the Discord, you'll see it if you're in there.
Yeah, I can go on the Discord and stuff, like I did before, because it was regional on Fox, and the 49ers were over the Raiders because I live in Hanford, and San Francisco is closer to Hanford than Las Vegas. Well, not really. The drive from it depends on what part of San Francisco. The drive from Hanford to Las Vegas is about 230 something miles, and I think it's close to 300 miles going. I think it's about similar distance, but it's pretty crazy though. It's like a 3-hour drive to go to Las Vegas. It's also like almost a 3-hour drive to San Francisco, depending on traffic. But I used to drive through Las Vegas before in the past.
Dude, they got all kind of crazy shit popping off in the NBA over at the Bucks and the fucking Pacers, dude. Fucking.
Yeah. I used to keep up with basketball. I haven't kept up with it since the early 2000s.
Fucking tomorrow's game, man, it's gonna be tough. I mean, it is what it is. I know they're baiting us like a motherfucker. Like, they're just baiting us, bro. That's what they're doing. They're baiting us. They're fucking wanting us to fucking go in there and be tryhards, dude, against nobodies. And we're gonna be playing a fucking nobody quarterback, dude. I mean, fucking, they don't even have some of their offensive players that are key ass players, So it is what it is. Fuck it. I don't really care. I mean, he said like Aiden over 240. I'll fucking I'll be lucky if that pulls around 210, 200, 210.
Yeah. I think the only way I think the way is the running game if we have like Josh Jacobs involved more, but we don't know how well he'll play because he's banged up, But he's the Achilles heel to the Chargers, though.
Yeah, and then do you think that they're going to be able to win without Herbert, or
it's possible
do you
they
think
could?
The team is just as dangerous, or like what do you think?
Their defense is dangerous still. They may not even have to score on offense. They could score a turnover on us and beat us and not even score at all on offense, But if we play conservative ball, it'll be a really close game. It could be like we had with the Vikings,
Oh, that's true. What do you think his yards are going to be? What do you think Aiden's yards will be?
I think they're definitely going to be. I think they're going to be. If Doran James is the safety is there, he wasn't there last time. That's why he had more yardage. I think they'll drop to probably under 200. I think he'll be in the 100-yard range, maybe 150 to maybe 180, but under 200.
Do you think that he'll have a touchdown or anything?
He may not get a touchdown. If Josh Jacobs plays, I think the touchdown will be Josh Jacobs.
So you don't think he'll get a touchdown?
No, I don't think he will. With Doran James playing, they're gonna do a lot of pressure, and that Doran James, he disrupts the secondary a lot. But the Khalil Mack guy, that's the main guy he's got to watch out for. You know.
So you don't think Devontae, Jacoby, nobody's gonna get a touchdown?
I don't think they will this time. I could be wrong, but you know, if Khalil Mack's in his face like they were before with Derwin James there, I don't think that could happen. The
So
only reason
who
why
do you think we get a touchdown at all in this game, or is it just
I
field
think it
goal?
might be if we get a touchdown, it'll be Josh Jacobs. That's what I think. I think if we get in the red zone or something, and then Jacobs runs a long run on the Chargers and gets a touchdown, I think that's more likely than Aiden. He struggles a lot, but you never know because.
So you don't think that Aiden's gonna burn them, just being the Chargers, and them not in coverage, like just not being in coverage right?
Well, I think that even if the reason why he was able to pass on it last time, even though we lost to him anyway, was because they had some injury. They had Derwin James. He's kind of like a leader in the secondary. And when he wasn't there, that's when we were able to get to him. But I would say with Derwin James, it's going to be a lot different ball game with him and Khalil Mack. But you know, I think that's going to be very tough. I think if you're going to realistically try to get a touchdown, you got to use those tight ends a lot. He needs to utilize those tight ends to take the pressure off of Aiden O'Connell. Because they'll be covering Devontae Adams pretty well and Jacoby Myers. I think the guys that have trouble covering would be both Hooper and Michael Mayer. I think those guys are very hard to cover. But you know, that's what I would do.
That's what I say. And Hooper should get utilized more and more, but they haven't utilized him for some reason. So
yeah, him and Michael Mayer. Both of them, you know.
Yeah.
It's crazy. True. Remember, Derwin James covered Darren Waller really well, and that was not easy. Covering a tight end that's 6'6", you know. But I think with Michael Mayer, what he could do to a Derwin James is he doesn't have to burn him. He'll use his body and just catch the ball. He could throw the ball right to him, and Derwin James would have trouble with a big, bulky body tight end where Darren Waller was just a tall, lanky tight end that was more wide receiver bound than tight end built, you know.
Oh, very true. Very true. Well, fuck. You have anything else you want to add to this, or what do you think? What do you think? What do you think Adams' yards are going to be?
I think Adams' yards will probably be just almost like with Chicago. I think he'll probably maybe 50 yards. I think between 50 and 70.
What do you think, Jacobs?
Jacobs, I think he's going to get better yardage if they utilize him right. I think he'll have better yardage than the Vikings. I think he'll probably get, because he's injured, I think he probably might get 60 yards. If he was healthy, I think he'd get over 100 on them.
What do you think about Tucker?
I think Tucker will probably not get a lot of receptions, but he could possibly get 20 or 30 yards from 2 or 3 receptions, though.
What about Renfro?
Renfro, I think he's going to get some catches. I think he'll probably get he might get more yardage than Devontae and Jacoby, because those guys will be covered more than him, and he'll probably get 60 yards maybe.
Shit, that'll be fucking. So at the end of the day, what did we say Aiden was going to be at?
I was going to think under 200. I think he'll probably get 100 and maybe, I'd say 180 at the best. I think would be a realistic.
0 touchdowns. How many interceptions?
I think he might throw 1 interception, and it might be a deflection interception.
Yes, sir. It can most definitely be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've said. I mean, Aiden's good for interception for sure. He ain't good for a touchdown, but he's most definitely good for an interception. And then Staley, dude, he's a dipshit, so he's most definitely good for going for it on fourth and losing it. Then he's about to lose his job. That's what's about to happen. And then, either way, man. Either way, it's gonna be a good game tomorrow, dude. I mean, do you think we win, lose? What's the score? What's your score prediction?
Well, that's going to be hard. I'm going 50. It's going to be 50-50. I think it might be all field goals on both sides. It could go from. I think it would be a 9-6 game, and it could be them winning 9-6, or it could go 9-7. You know, them winning all field goals, and we only score one touchdown on a field goal. Yeah, I'll say 9-7. They win.
9-7 them.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But I'm just gonna say that I think they're gonna try to out-tank us. So you never know. They could out-tank us.
That is fact. I mean, I believe that shit too. I really do believe that.
It's
the
battle
second I heard that reports yesterday, I was like, "Oh, these fucking bastards, dude!" Like,
yeah, they're gonna try to out-tank us. It could end up being a tie game for all that. You know what would happen if we had a tied game?
What happens if we had back-to-back zero score games?
If we have a 0 game, we're definitely gonna lose.
We're definitely what?
If we don't score at all, that's definitely a lose game unless there's 0-0. It'll be the first time that a team never scored at all.
If we don't score again, do you fire Graham? Or not Graham? If we don't score again, do you fire frickin' what the hell is AP?
I don't. It's hard to. You can't really fire him because you've got to complete the season. He's just an interim.
No, you can. You really can. You just go up to him and say, "Hey, bro, you're fucking fired." It's pretty easy.
You could fire him. I mean, but if you're tanking, it doesn't matter though. Why fire him if you're tanking? You know.
Yeah, you just wait till the end of the season.
As much as he likes
you just wait till the end of the season. Call it what it is.
Yeah, I don't see him getting fired right now. I think he's gone by next year, though. But, yeah.
Yeah, very true, very true. All right, well, shoot, man. If you ain't got much more to talk about tonight, dude, freaking, we will try to do a pregame tomorrow, so we're just going to try to, we'll figure it out from there. But outside of that, man, you have anything else you want to talk about or add, or?
That's all I can think of so far, and I can't think of anything else.
All right, well, heck, dude, appreciate everybody here in the chat, everybody in the mods, everybody on the panel. Salute to everybody. Appreciate all you guys stopping by tonight, man. Like I said, we'll try to go live tomorrow. If not, we'll be live again on Friday. So post game show. So outside of it, man, we really do appreciate all of you guys. Appreciate you all stopping by. Appreciate you tuning in, talking in the chat, everything like that. So outside of that, I hope you guys have a great night. We'll catch you back here either tomorrow or on Friday. Peace out. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive.
Later, everyone.
Life, baby.